Pharisees, manipulating scriptures. You ain't nothing but a Pharisee. Got me suicidal cause I can't tell my friends from my rivals. Gotta keep my rifle right next to my Bible. Father, please forgive me for my sins if we get ways. I know I violated on that covenant we made. Picture in the day we see a solar eclipse and watch it how a shower walk over that water in Flint. Cause it's time for revenge, that's what I read in Revelations. And we don't want no money, we need blood reparations.
I mean that, cause these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever you think you are. We thugs against these motherfuckers. You know? And until we lose, I'ma call it like it is. I just wanna be a man and start. You know? And we can walk about 5 different houses and a man and each motherfucker.
I'm not Turner on this beat, Dutty Bubman flow. Oppression and poverty, why you slave my people though? Y'all dirty pigs, gotta pay for what y'all did. Y'all fed the babies to gators, remember gator betas. I call it now laters because revenge is sweet. Y'all hung my fathers from the tree cause they look like me. Boy, letter to my dog, man, I ate a call. Turn like coal, you could call them as I run on spoons. My scripture break his bones, and then it make you strong. We study it for hours, this word ain't for no cowards. We building us some soldiers, it wake you up like Folgers. We prophesying wins, we looking for the wins. Cause we don't take no L's, we coming up from hell. My scriptures ain't for sale, my soul is never sold, and I will never fold. Woman on deodorant, fluoridated water. Children on the street, selling bodies for a quarter. Fringed up with my beard, mixture on my head. I look around, see a lot of spirits dead. I see the demons talking, I hear the spirits chirping. I see the spirits walking, I see my people hurting. You looking at the sons of the true and living God. Weak Edomites run the world, something nah. Teach my hands to fight, and please prepare my spirit. Banging for our power, until the people hear.
I sit alone in my four-corner room, staring at candles. No, literally menorahs, all this OGs I see. Staying lit like the light of Zion, that's all I be on. Karash and Karatas are all a passion, eat them peons and make it look so damn good when we slide through. Can't see the shoes up under my garment, it's like we glide through. Really, shame in these shade face cavemen. Every other day we wake up Jake in different raiment. I'm just saying, boys hotter than corduroy in the Trans-Sahara. That knowledge come and walk by us, I guarantee will tell you not one word will ever fail you. All we do is prophesy. While your pastor eating pork chops and telling lies. You can tell by your mentality that you probably know. Ask you if you got it with fringes, you saying probably no. Obedience is better than sacrifice, so we stay on par. The same reason Zaquan Mustafa call me Basadar. You still don't get it? Better move boy, ooh boy, we them rude boys, ain't no bullshit. Repent or get your wig split. Hold the Torah open, let me show you what I stand on. Thinking we ain't keeping commandments, boy, you dead wrong. Back to the place where commandments can only get us what you talking about. Edomite witness, now you can't come with us. It's a closed party, only march to the Ahrahyahla gon' enter there. 12 gates with no white people, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And it's a celebration. Salute to the light of Zion. Kwam Yasha'Allah. 12 tribes of Yasha'Allah. Be obedient to the Most High God. Keep the law, statutes, commandments. Keep the light of Zion burning bright. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Isaiah 8:20, law, statutes, commandments, faith in the Messiah. Kwam.
Bashem Yahawashai. Bashem Yahawashai. True sides. Drawing the swords, hitting the bows, severing thumbs, and head toes, beheading kings, as in the times are old, spoiling the women and children, silver and gold, the fishermen that put away the fishing poles, and very small numbers, Yahweh sent forth his hunters, strong towers they conquer, over walls they jump, over heads they stumped, over heads they stumped, this is the hunt, this is the almighty power of revenge that make mighty men cower within, by his mighty hand we been brought up out of this land. This is our exodus. Don't kill the messenger, just take the messages. Are you listening? Are you listening? This is our exodus. Don't kill the messenger, just take the messages. Are you listening? Open up your ears. This is our exodus. Don't kill the messenger, just take the messages.
MYMG, LOZ, AOI. Pay attention.
on King David. Let's get it. Frankincense, myrrh and frankincense, frankincense, myrrh and frankincense, shit, Said it was 40 days, 40 nights, we was fighting for our life. I could never sell my soul because I gave it all to Christ. David saw Goliath and it was on sight. Hit the heathen with the rock, cause the heathen couldn't fight. Cut his head off, and then he put it on the spike. All my Hebrew Israelites, we about to ride tonight. Bye bye, kumbaya, send you to the afterlife. But you gotta walk by faith because you cannot walk by sight. I could turn water into wine, no pork on my fork, I could never chew the swine. And my body is a temple, got it looking like a shrine. You can keep purple dollars, but you running out of time. Solomon, 110, gold teeth, when I grin, banging on Esau. This revenge of the twin. If you win, Yasharella, we ain't kin, we ain't friends. All that have breath, praise it, how a amen. Amen. Con. Yeah. It's King Kadash. It's King Kadash. It's King Kadash. Rockin' and smelling it. What is you telling me? We are the gods. Y'all love is irrelevant. Kings of the earth. We had it since birth. Y'all took it away. Isaiah said I would pay. Struggling, hustling. Money wasn't doubling. Mama working, daddy going. Grandma died, now I'm alone. What's going on in my life? When I was 10, almost lost my life. No, son, your purpose isn't finished. So I kept on pushing, and I kept on searching. Found the true God. God knows I was hurting, and demons kept lurking, but I kept on working. Now I know for certain who's the true God. John 5:39, search the scripture. In Isaiah 45, it paints the perfect picture. Come out of them, my people, Jacob run the world. We the kings and the gods of the earth. You wasn't nothing. You heathens burn. The tables turn.
So you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about stocks.
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabaraka Thumb Kwam Yasharala. Give them something they could dance to. Never leave home without my friends is on. Never leave home without my friends is on. Never leave home without my friends is on. Never leave home without them. I sing along. That's me, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. Always got my friends is on with my Z. That's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. Cause I never leave home without my friends is on. Yeah, never leave home without my friends is on. And book of numbers 15 and 38 is shown. I'm supposed to wear them all throughout a generation. When you got them on, you set apart from these other nations. Gotta let your light shine, let them know it's on. When the 1/3 awaken, we'll be going home. Got all my friends is with my Z's and they hanging long. When I run into my Akium, they hollering Shalom. So I never leave home without my friends is on. If I go and hit the mall, I got my friends is on. Even if I'm going to a ball, I got my friends is on. With the border blue ribbon and the all white linen on. I don't feel right if I ain't got them on. Like a pair of shoes, there's no excuse to leave them home. So you never catch me out without my friends is on. Cause we the church, got them on my garment and on every shirt. Yeah, never leave home without my friends is on. Never leave home without my friends is on. Never leave home without my friends is on. Never leave home without them. I sing along. That's me, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. Always got my friends is on with my Z. That's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. Cause I never leave home without my friends is on.
Yeah, my fringes, I be rocking, I be stomping, never stopping, Millie rocking. Why you acting out of pocket? Why you got...
All right, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. put that inside. Captain Yatazachaaq. Badian Wapanya Yerushalayim. Stand and face Jerusalem. Hallelujah. 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 Who's the power?
How's the power?
Who's the power?
How's the power?
Bahashem. Bahashem. The blessing of the Shabbat. Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the Sabbath day in peace. Thank you, so be it. Amen. Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Hawa'ah, Athananawa, HaShabbath, Shalom, Thawada, Thanyad, Haman. The calling of the tribes. Tribes to the east. Yawasap, Panyamyan, Dan, Shema, Yasharella, Yahweh, Ahrahyahla, Yahweh, Hakad, Sa, turn. Tribes to the south. Shemai Yashakar, Zabalawan, Shemai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Ahrahyahla, Yahweh, Hakad, Sa, turn. Tribes to the west. Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Shemai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Ahrahyahla, Yahweh, Hakad, Sa, turn. Tribes to the north. Roban, Yahawada, Loya, Shemai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Ahrahyahla, Yahweh, Hakad, Sa, turn. Shema Yasharella, Yahweh, Ahrahyahla, Yahweh, Akad. Hero Israel, Yahweh's our power, Yahweh's one. Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, the Bayath and Yad. Amen. The blessing of the Torah. Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the law. Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Hawa'ah, Lathananawa, HaTorah. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the light to see. Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Hawa'ah, Lathananawa, Ha'awar, La'ra'ah. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the ram's horn to call the people. Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Hawa'ah, Lathananawa, Ha'ayo, La'kra'ah, Ha'ayam. Blessed are you, Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the olive oil to anoint Israel. Barakatha Yahweh, Hashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, Hawa'ah, Nathanawa, Hasheman, Zayath, Lamashak, Yasharella, Thawada, Thanyad, Haman. The Ten Commandments in the Lashawan Kodash, repeat the Hebrew only. La'a, Yahaya, Laka, Alahariam, Akariam, Al-Panya, La'a, Thaisha, Laka, Pasal, Wala'a, Thaibadam, La'a, Thakwakwaf, Sham, Yahweh, Bashua, Zakar, Hayawam, Hashabath, Lakwadashwa, Kabad, Abaka, Wa'abaka, La'a, Tharatazak, La'a, Thana'a, La'a, Thaganab, La'a, Thahino, Shakur, La'a, Thakamad, Ko, Asharai, Lara Aika, Bahasham, Mashiach, Yahushai, the Wada, Thanyad, Haman. The Ten Commandments in English, the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 1.
Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Most High Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other powers before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High Yahweh thy power in vain, for the Most High will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Most High Yahweh thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Most High Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Most High Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Most High Yahweh thy power giveth thee. Thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Bahashim Mashiach Yahushai, the water Thanyad, Amen.
Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Bahasham.
Yahushai.
Bahasham.
Yahushai.
The Lord's Prayer. And Lashwan Kodash, repeat the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwavka, Thaba'ah, Yatazachaaq, Haya, Aisha, Baharataza, Ka, Haya, Bashemayim, Athanawa, Lacham, Chayawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawathinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawathinawa, Wala'ah, Thabianawa, Manasai. One, Abo, Awashaina, Manrai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wala Allah, Wala Thaiporath, Haiwalamia, Bahasham, Mashiach, Yahushai, the Wada, Thanyad, Haman. Lord's Prayer, the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 9.
After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Bahashim Mashiach Yahushai, the water Thanyad, Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Psalms 133 in the Lashwan Kodash. Repeat the Hebrew. Shayar, Hamawath, Ladawad, Hana, Ma, Tuwa, Wama, Nayam, Shabbath, Hakim, Gum, Yakad, Kashaman, Hatawab, Ayel, Haraash, Yarad, Ayel, Hazakwan, Zakwan, Haharan, Shayarad, Ayel, Payah, Madawathua, Kato, Karamwan, Shayarad, Ayel, Harayah, Taziawan, Kaya, Sham, Tazawa, Yahweh, Ath, Habiyakad, Kayayam, Aid, Haywalam, Bahashem, Mashiach, Yahushai, Thawada, Thanyad, Haman. Psalms 133 in English. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Most High Yahweh commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. Abanaw Yahweh Bahashem Mashiach Yahushai, the water in Yad. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Psalms 150 to praise.
Praise ye Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Praise Yahweh in his sanctuary.
Hallelujah.
Praise him in the firmament of his power.
Hallelujah.
Praise him for his mighty acts.
Hallelujah.
Praise him according to his excellent greatness.
Hallelujah.
Praise him with the sound of trumpet.
Hallelujah.
Praise him with the psaltery and harp.
Hallelujah.
Praise him with the timbrel and dance.
Hallelujah.
Praise him with string instruments and organs.
Hallelujah.
Praise him upon the loud cymbals.
Hallelujah.
Praise him upon the high sounding cymbals.
Hallelujah.
Let everything that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Praise ye Yahweh Bahashem Mashiach Yahushai, the water thing yad. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Let everything that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Let everything that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
All praises, all thanks go out to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because truly his mercy endureth forever. We come before you, Abi Yahweh. We beg of you, Abi Yahweh, to watch over, protect all the children of Israel, the circumcision and the uncircumcised. We want to thank you for blessing us with this Shabbat day, Abi Yahweh, that we have this Shabbat day in peace and safety, Abi Yahweh. Please send the righteous angels to put a hedge around those that are dealing with any kind of infirmities in their spirit, Abi Yahweh. A lot of our people are dealing with the COVID-19, 25, 45, whatever devices of Satan is out there, Abi Yahweh. Any of the pestilence, please send the righteous angels to encamp around them, keep them safe, bring them back whole so they may be able to come and before you and worship you by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai. Please watch over us, Abi Yahweh, keep us safe. Send forth your righteous angels to enlighten us with your word, with your knowledge, your wisdom, and understanding, so we may be able to endure all the way into the end. And as always, Abi Yahweh, we beg of you, please, every day, please come redeem us out of this captivity, all Israel, that face Jerusalem, that call on thy high holy name by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai. Please come redeem us out of this captivity. I thought. All these things we ask and praise in your name, Yahweh, and your son, Yahushai, by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, the water in Yad. Amen. Yeshabia. Everyone be seated. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. All right. Everyone had Shabbat in peace. How's everyone doing? What's that again? Tawab, right? That's the Hebrew word for what? Good. All right, Jake like to say everything is good in the hood, huh? How can everything be good in the hood and they shooting people down? How can it be that good? Huh? Did y'all hear about the story about the girl who was
getting dressed in the trying clothes on in the dressing room in Los Angeles, and the cop shot. Yeah, straight bullet went right through the wall and killed her in the dressing room. Yeah.
You heard that one in Jersey, Minister? I sent in the WhatsApp about the sister that was pregnant and she got shot 12 or 11 times, 2 times in the head and I think 9 times in the stomach.
It's going down, man. You know, our people, you know, we need to return to the Father, right? A lot of our people are you know, we shooting each other, we gunning each other down. Right? Where does it tell us in the Bible that we need to shoot and destroy one another? The Bible tells us not to destroy one another. Right? It said don't destroy or devour one another. Right? That we should be what? Edifying one another. That's what we should be doing, edifying one another. And we fail to do that. You know, we edifying each other with destruction, with the things that are going on in this world, and we, you know, with the rudiments of this people in this world, we get engulfed with everything except the truth according to the Bible. A lot of times, a lot of times our family members don't want to really come into this truth. You know, we can't force it down their throat. All we can do is just be a light. The scripture says be a light to the Gentiles, meaning, you know, that we show them through our works, right? That the scripture that we always like to bring out is Matthew 5:16. You know, let your light so shine before men. Let's get Colossians 3 verse 17 and then get that Matthew 5:16, right? All right. So let's get Colossians 3 verse 17. And then we're going to get Matthew 5 and 6.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, give it thanks to Yahweh and Yahweh by him.
Right, so make sure whatever you do, words coming out of your mouth, any deeds that you do for your people, that you make sure you're doing it by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai. All right, give me Matthew 5 and 16.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 16.
Right.
Let it shine before men.
Right.
That they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Right. So you have to be a light to your family members that are around you. Right. You have to be the one that's doing right. You have to be the one that's following the commandments. Right. And then when they see you and they see the way you were before and then they see the way you are now, then they'll look at you and be like, wow, this guy is, you know, it's got some kind of spirit on him, right? You know, they know that it's the spirit of the Lord, of Yahushua, right? So a lot of times, you know, our people be trying to convince their family and they themselves are not right. You know, then your family see you slipping, you going, doing all kind of wickedness, right? And you tell them that they need to repent. They looking at you like something's wrong, right? So we got to make sure that our light is always shining. Everybody got that? Con? Right? Our light is always shining, meaning that we have to be doers of this word, not just somebody just talking about it. You know, we have to live this word. So give me one more scripture. Give me St. John 8 verse 12.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 8, verse 12. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying,
What did he say?
I am the light of the world.
See, you know, we are light to our people. But Yahushua said he's the light of the world. Right? Read.
He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
Right. So he said, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness. You're not going to walk in ignorance. You're going to have wisdom. You're going to have knowledge. You're going to have understanding when you're following Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Okay? Right? But shall have the light of life. Eternal life is promised to you. Those that keeping the commandments and having faith in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. So a lot of times, you know, we try to convince our family members. Sometimes we try to convince our loved ones that are very close to us, you know, to try to, you know, you encourage them to do the right thing. And a lot of times they want to go astray. You know, you gotta let them be. At the end of the day, you gotta let them be. You have to be the light for them. Right? You have to be that example, as the scriptures say, that good example to be, you know, so someone can follow you. Everybody understand that? All right? As long as you're doing that, then you're doing your part and you wake them up. You see them doing something wrong, you correct them. All right? So we're going to get into the portion. It's just a little food for thought. All right? We're going to get into the portion. Next portion is Exodus. We're still in the book of Exodus. All right? We are 16? 18? Yeah, we're going into Exodus, the 18th chapter. It's a very important part of our history. The book of Exodus, as we leave in Egypt, we're going into the wilderness, right? And now, just like it says in Ezekiel, how we had to purge out the rebels. That's what the Most High is doing. This is the first, if you want to say purge, you know, I get to say in like the movie, right? Purging out the rebels, purging out the people that is not going to be fit for the kingdom. This has to, as we're going through this wilderness, you reading through this wilderness, history must repeat itself. It's going to happen again. It's prophesied to happen again. Okay? So, let's pick it up. This one.
Verse 1. 18 and 1.
The book of Exodus, chapter 18, verse 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 18, verse 1. When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that Yahweh had done for Moses and for Israel, his people, and that the Most High had brought Israel out of Egypt, then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, and her 2 sons, of which the name of the one was Gershom, for he said, I have been an alien in a strange land.
Right.
The name of the other was Eleazar.
Right.
For the power of my father, said he,
right.
was
Eleazar.
mine.
Right. So Eleazar. So now when you look at these names, Gershom, and when you look at these names, the Eleazar, they're going to play a very important role, you know, in the path of Israel as we go later on into the portions. Okay, but I just want you to stick a pin in those 2 names, Gershom and Eleazar. They're very important. They come from out of Moses and Moses' sons, but they are going to play a integral part in this Torah. Everybody understand that? Yeah. So, go ahead, read on. I was going to say something, but don't worry.
And the name of Eleazar, and the name of the other was Eleazar.
Right.
For the Most High, for the power of my father, said he, was mine help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses in the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of Yahweh.
Right.
And he said unto Moses, I, thy father-in-law, Jethro, am come unto thee, and thy wife, and her 2 sons with her.
Right.
And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, and did obeisance obedience and kissed him. And they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent.
Right, so he greeted them. Yes.
And one precept for Moses' children, 1 Chronicles 23 and 14.
You went there. Go ahead. Go ahead. 1 Chronicles 23 and 14. Right, go ahead. What you was going to say?
Oh, his father-in-law, they're heathens. His children are mixed, so are they
Right.
Israelites or heathens?
Right. Right. So this is a good thing to talk about. Check this out. Read that real quick. 1 Chronicles 23 and 14. Yeah, 1 Chronicles 23 and 14. I know it's an understanding, and I'm not gonna get on people about it, but it's an understanding out there that if you're an Israelite as a man and you go have a child with a woman that is not an Israelite, that those children are now like what we call what's the word I'm trying to use? Yeah, they like to use, they are like the bastard children, right? So let's get a little bit more understanding. Let's see if this is so. Read 1 Chronicles 23:14.
This is the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 23, verse 14. Now concerning Moses, the man of Yahweh,
right?
His sons were named of the tribe of Levi. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eleazar. Of the sons of Gershom, Shebuel was the chief.
Okay.
And the sons of Eleazar were Rehabiah the chief.
Right.
And Eleazar had none other sons, but the sons of Rehabiah were very many.
Right. So he had children with a woman that was a heathen, but those children remained in the camp, in the army, and they became chiefs. Everybody understand that? So he stood up as part of they are still part of the children of Israel. Okay, so like the understanding is that if a man goes and sleep with a heathen and have children with her, those children are not Israelites. You know what I mean? They're like bastard children. That's not true. Because if that's the case, hold on 1 second. If that's the case, I want you to give me one more scripture. Hold on 1 second, because I sent it to. Yeah, give me Genesis 41 and verse 45. And verse 45. Just to seal the deal on this here bastard thing, right? Because the captain brought it up, so let's address it. Okay? The book of Genesis.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 45.
41.
41, verse 45.
Right, read that.
And Pharaoh called Joseph's name.
Right, Pharaoh called Joseph's name, and what happened?
Zavnath Paniah.
Paniah, right.
And he gave him to wife.
Gave him to wife who?
Asenath.
Asenath, right, read.
The daughter of Potipharah. Priest of On.
Priest of who?
Of On.
No, Levi.
Of On.
Read.
And Joseph went out over all the land of Egypt.
So who is Asenath? Who is he?
That's the daughter of an Egyptian.
That's the daughter of what?
An Egyptian.
That's the daughter of an Egyptian. Read this real quick. Read that real quick.
Asenath in the Easton's Bible Dictionary.
Right.
An Egyptian name meaning gift of the sun god.
Okay. Gift of this what god?
Oh my goodness.
Gift of the sun god. Ra. Go ahead.
Daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, or Heliopolis.
Right. So he now had, right? Okay. All right. Joseph took this woman to wife. Everybody got me? Everybody understand? All right. And then I want you to drop down a little further. Down in the same chapter, don't leave the chapter. Salakia. Let me go to the chapter here. I think it's verse 50, but go ahead.
Yeah, you want to go to the sons, right?
Yes, read that.
Yeah. Genesis chapter 41, verse 50.
Right.
And unto Joseph.
Unto who?
Unto Joseph.
Unto Joseph.
Were born 2 sons.
Unto Joseph were born 2 sons, right? Read.
Before the years of famine came.
Right.
Which Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar,
right,
priest of On, bare unto him.
Read on.
And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh.
He called him who?
Manasseh.
Wait a minute now. This is out of the. This is from the Egyptian woman. She had this child, and the first child was named what?
Manasseh.
Manasseh, and what's the next child? Read on.
For Yahweh said, He have made me forget all my toil and all my father's house.
Read.
And the name of the second called he Ephraim.
Ephraim. Read.
For Yahweh have caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
So wait a minute. So all the Manassites that's here today, that's all the Ephraimites, they need to leave. Get them out. Put them out. They're heathens. You need to leave the truth. Why are you in the truth? Right? I mean, I know, help me out. You scratching your eyes, something must be wrong. I'm just telling you. Tell all the Ephraimites, get out of here.
Right.
Tell damn half the northern tribe to leave. If that's so. So this understanding is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Right? So it cannot be that. Moses' children were very active in the community. They did a lot of things. We're going to go into that. You know, they played an integral part in the whole battle in the wilderness. They started whole families. Gershon, right? Eleazar, these guys, priests, you know. They became well known within the tribe, within the nation. Okay? Manasseh and Ephraim, we already know who they are. They're part of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. So you're asking, if you look at the map, it's like Manasseh took up almost probably the biggest tribe out of everybody. The biggest landmass. You asking all those people to leave. All these so-called Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Ephraim, right? You got to leave the truth, man. So that can't be correct. So if you have, the seed is through the man. Everybody understand that? The man is the one planting the seed. If you plant an apple seed in China, what is it going to be? You're going to get apples. It may look a little different, but it's still going to be an apple. Right? You know what I'm saying? So this understanding that if you an Israelite man, you get with a heathen woman, that your child is going to be bastard children, that's a lie. Now, the understanding with bastard child, let's get that. I think that's Deuteronomy 23.
Verse 2.
Verse 2. Let's get that real quick. All right, Deuteronomy 23 and verse 2. This is where we're going to get the understanding on the bastard child, so we can just dead this whole thing, this whole understanding. Everybody got me on that? All right, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Most High. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Most High.
Read.
An Ammonite or a Moabite.
What? Right?
An Ammonite or a Moabite.
Right.
Shall not enter into the congregation of the Most High.
Where did these people come from? The Ammonite and the Moabite. Where did they come from? What lineage? They came out of who? They came out of Lot. But who did they come out of though? Who had these children? The daughters of Lot, right? So when you start to have children with your children, right, those children will become bastards. Everybody understand that? All right? You cannot have children with your own children according to Leviticus the 18th chapter. Okay? That's Torah. That's the law.
And the precept to Lot's daughters, Genesis 19:33.
Yeah, 1930. I got you. Right? So this is why the whole bastard understanding comes at. The Most High said, the Amorite and the Moabite, you can't come into the congregation. Right? Who we talking about today? Who would fit those? Amorite and the Moabite, that would be the so-called Chinese and Japanese. Okay? Read that again, verse 3.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 3. An Ammonite or a Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Most High.
Right.
Even to their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of the Most High forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Right, forever. So a lot of times, and when we was growing up, and a lot of people can agree with me, it's around my age, a bastard child was a child without a father. That's what we were taught. Right? But that's not so. According to the Bible dictionary, I have the definition right here.
Bring it out.
Because a child without a father, as far as we know, that means fatherless. Where they get this bastard from, I don't know. Okay, but as in the Bible dictionary, what does it say there? I know, Captain.
In the Zondervan Compact Bible dictionary, the definition of bastard: child of incense.
Child of what?
Child of incense.
Right, child of incest. Right? What is incest? When you lay with your kindred. That's incest. Okay? Now, Joseph didn't lay with his incest. He didn't lay with his kindred. He actually laid with somebody that was another nation. Okay, but the Most High used that woman to put her in that place so that he can have those children. Right? The Most High is in control of all these things. Okay? So that whole understanding about being a bastard child, Shabbat Shalom, that whole understanding of being a bastard child is off. All right? That's why we mentioned, when we went to Deuteronomy 23 and 2, to show that they have come out of Ammon and Moab. Right? This is the best. Is many more there? No. That was it. That was it, right? Right. So just to prove my point, if that's the case, if they're bastard children out of because a woman is another nation, well then you have to get rid of Manasseh and Ephraim. They got to be out of here. Right? And so does what's the name? Moses' son. His sons, Gershon, and Eleazar. Everybody got that? All right. So just to bring it full circle, that's why I went to Deuteronomy 23 and verse 2 and 3. So with that, let's go back. The water, Captain. Yes.
I got a question, Minister. So I'm on the Blue Letter Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for bastard, they have like the third definition being born of a Jewish father and a heathen mother, or vice versa. Is that off?
Born of a, right. Yeah. See, this is another thing I like to bring up. I'm glad you brought that point up, because even in the Bible dictionary, right? The Bible dictionary, and a lot of times the Blue Letter, these things have some things in it that it's like a little nickname we like to call them bones. Right? If you anything like the Benjamites and some of the Judites, some brothers who like fish, for you to get to the meat, you got to do what? Take out the bones. So a lot of times, Esau throw you a bone and put you in there, and you might go for it. Don't fall for it. Double check it, triple check it. Just because it says in the Blue Letter, that don't make it 100. Right? Even though I didn't go to the Blue Letter, I did go to the scripture to prove it. And I went to the Bible dictionary, which have bones in it too, but you have to just be mindful. All right? You have to be mindful to watch that. That is a good point. Thanks a lot, Apostle. So, let's go back. So this is not a green light for you to go out and get you a nice heathen. Everybody understand that? I know how to make sure I say that, because a lot of times, yeah, I gotta say it, because, you know, cats say, oh yeah, well Joseph, Moses did it. Right. You know, these guys are great men. Moses was what? He said a deliverer. The Most High used him to deliver the nation out of captivity. Right? Joseph was a light to his brothers and his sisters and to the whole world. Joseph played an integral part in the nation, even going into Egypt. Okay? So these are things, you know, certain key members of the under Yah. Some men did have women of another nation, but not. You see one person do it now, monkey see, monkey do. We just don't do what other people do. That's not how this thing works. Okay. All right. It's one thing if you are just coming into the truth and you already had someone that was another nation. That's one thing. But if you in the truth and all of a sudden you just go out there and just get somebody else, no, it don't roll like that. You know what I mean? Yes, champion.
We ain't in the time for that too. You know what I mean? It's about building our nation back up.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah, we're in a time of building a nation, and you know we need to gather ourselves together, rather than to try to gather all the nations together, right? But you know we have that spirit on us, the spirit of hospitality. You know we want to be hospitable to all the nations. You know what I mean? And that's just this right now. You know, it's time to just build a nation of Israel. All right. All right. Read on. We had Exodus 18.
I'll read verse 7 again.
7, right. Come.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 18, verse 7.
Right.
And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, and did obeisance, and kissed him. And they asked to each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent.
Right, so they greeted each other at this point. Read on.
And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Most High had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Most High delivered them.
No, how Moses delivered them.
And how the Most High delivered them.
No, Joseph delivered them.
How the Most High delivered them.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, the Moses said how the Most High delivered him. No matter how powerful he was, he always gave the credit to Yah. It's Yah's will. You know what I mean? Read on.
Verse 9. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Most High had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. Mm-hmm. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Most High.
He said what?
Blessed be the Most High.
He said a Midianite said, Blessed be the Most High. Right? Because the nations recognize that, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the true and living power. There is no other God. You know what I mean? He may be sitting up there and saying, I'm a Midianite, I'm from this country, we have our way, we do this, we do that. But what? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the true power. Blessed be the Most High. And when we get to our point where Yahweh's back with us, and we have that marriage, all the nations are going to be saying that. They're going to be saying, Blessed be the Most High. Everybody. Right? Or they're going to be standing there on fire. Either one. You choose. Okay? Read on.
And Jethro said, Blessed be the Most High Yahweh, who have delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians,
right,
and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who have delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Mm-hmm. Now I know that the Most High Yahweh is greater than all gods.
What did you say? Ooh.
Now I know that the Most High Yahweh is greater than all powers.
That's it. He's the God of gods, man. He's above all. Read.
For in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them.
Mm-hmm.
And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for Yahweh. And Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before Yahweh.
Right. Father-in-law said, take this as a sacrifice. This is it right here. Right? And they went up and did the sacrifice. Aaron went, took that thing, bun it up, and they went cooked that thing up, and they went and had the bread, and it was on, right? So you see here, he's showing, that's showing love, right? By the hospitality, right? From the nations. You know, we're going to get back there, but not right now. Calm down. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. The water. All right, read on.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 18, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people. And the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening.
Right.
And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, what is this thing that thou doest to the people?
Right.
Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto even?
Read on.
And Moses said unto his father in the law, and Moses said unto his father-in-law, because the people come unto me to inquire of Yahweh.
Right.
The water.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
With the matter, they come unto me.
Right.
And I judge between one and another.
But you know, simple Jake in the world said, you can't judge me. You're not God. Moses sitting up there judging the people, judging the matters, right? Dealing with the issues that the people are having, whether it be between each other, whether it be understanding of Yah's word. He's sitting up there answering all these questions. He said, for how long? He said, morning all the way to the evening. This guy's working like 16 hours, man.
And don't forget, there are like 600,000 plus people there.
Right.
He dealt with a lot of people.
Yeah. Go ahead.
When they have a matter, they come unto me.
Mm-hmm.
And I judge between one and another.
Right.
And I do make them know the statutes of Yahweh.
You make them know what?
The statutes of Yahweh.
Right. So he makes them know what? The law. The statutes. What you can do, what you cannot do. What you can wear, what you cannot wear. Right? Read on.
And his laws.
Right. And his laws. What you can eat, what you cannot eat. Go ahead.
And Moses' father-in-law said unto him,
read.
The thing that thou doest is not good.
Right.
Thou wilt surely wear away.
Mm-hmm.
Both thou and this people that is with thee.
Right.
For this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone.
Right. So his father-in-law saw the vision. Right. He's doing it now. But the long-term vision is that he would not be able to do it all the time. Yeah. Right. Because, you know, and I just want to give it a picture. You know, imagine you waking up in the morning and you get yourself ready for the morning, you get dressed, and, you know, the morning is early, so people start coming to you and they asking you questions about the Most High, or they having these matters, marital problems, issues, and they come into you and you have to respond and then move on. And we talking about, as the captain mentioned, we talking about over 600,000 people. How do you think he's going to do that? How do you think he's supposed to accomplish that by himself? Right? So the father-in-law saw the vision. He said, listen, man, you're going to wither away. This thing is too heavy for you. For you to be sitting up here from morning, and he said, to the evening.
Right. It starts becoming too overwhelming, and then
right.
That's why he said that Moses will wear away, and also the people. Why? Because when something like that become overwhelming, you start giving bad advice. Mm-hmm. You start giving the wrong advice. Right. And then both of you jokers are going to be going off.
Or rather, also, too, you can get tired and wither out, and you won't be able to keep up.
Right.
With the rotation of the people.
So then the people going on.
So they start thinking on their own, well, I ain't got time for me, so I'm going to go do this.
And if the leaders start falling off, then
that's it. That's the domino effect. So I know a lot of you are not into, you know, counseling people, but when you counsel, let's say, husband and wife, or a matter between two, a lot of times you wouldn't believe how much energy that takes for you to do that and have one session and then 2 sessions. All right. And then after, you talking about what he had. I can't even imagine what he had. I know for me, after like 2 people, the smoke be coming out of my ears, that's it. I need to go lay down somewhere, right? Because, you know, when you hear these issues and these problems, and, you know, you kind of bring them into your spirit, you get the understanding of what's going on between the two, you have to judge it. You know what I mean? According to the law. And it takes a lot of energy to do that. Trust me when I tell you, it takes a lot of energy. So a lot of times, you know, we know Jake in the world say, well, you can't judge me, but we got many scriptures. I'm not going to go there about judging, okay? But the Most High said it's up to us. We can judge the smallest matters, okay? You going to say something?
No.
Okay.
No, that's coming.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Verse. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 18, verse 18.
Okay.
Thou was surely, verse 19.
Okay.
Hearken now to my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I will give thee counsel, and Yahweh shall be with thee.
Right.
For be thou for the people to God word, to Yah word, that thou mayest bring the causes unto Yah.
Right.
And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shall show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do.
See, you call the ordinance and laws work. That's the works.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear Yahweh, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them, to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s.
Okay.
And let them judge the people at all seasons.
Right.
And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee.
Right. So now Moses don't have to do this alone. So what he can do now, he'll set up those that are captains of 1,000, captains of, hundreds and 50s and 10s. Those guys will deal with the small matters, right? And if it get too much, then they will bring it to his attention as him being the elder, right? Just want to make mention of, that's why we have the ranking system at the Luz de Zion. So we have brothers that is captain of 10. I don't know if anybody here is captain of 10. Oh, Marshall. Captain Marshall is captain of 10. And then we got Captain Benaniah, which is captain of 50, right? And then we have captain of 100 with Captain Tazion, Captain Inaw to my left, and Captain Yatazachaaq, right, which is captain of 100. And then we have the highest ranking captain is Captain Bayath, which is 1,000, right? So he's the higher ranking captain here, and then besides me, I'm the elder, right? So this is the ranking system that the Most High set up. There's nothing that we set up, right? We just fill the position, right? And then we have officers, right? And we have other officers that probably not here. So we have different officers. Ali Asaf, you know what I mean? It's another officer. So we have officers, we have the chain of command here. So when issues come up, it might be something small. Somebody do something over the refrigerator, and somebody mess up something back there in the kitchen, or do whatever. Then Ariella can handle it, or Marshall, somebody can handle it. You don't need to come to me and talk about, hey man, I need you to talk to what's his name, because he left a little bit of juice in the refrigerator. Come on. We gotta get bigger than that, right? So, these are the reasons why the Most High set up this ranking system, so that when we have these councils, and we have a council, different levels of men could handle this council. Everybody understand that, right? So it doesn't make Moses, wither away, because if he did, like he said, like the follower said, if he did everything, then it's not going to work. All right. So read on that.
Verse 23. If thou shalt do this thing, and Yahweh command thee so,
right,
then thou shalt be able to endure.
Right. So you notice he said, and if thou do this thing, and Yahweh command thee, Meaning that, even though Moses' father-in-law came to him with this understanding, right, he had to still seek the Most High to get the okay to say, you know what,
Right.
this is what we're going to do.
The approval.
Right. So, and if that's so, then we're going to set this whole order up. Okay? Read on.
Then thou shalt be able to endure,
Mm-hmm.
and all this people shall also go to their place in peace.
Right. So they said all the people going to go to their place in peace. Because if they're having an issue between one another and they can't get it resolved, how they going to go to their place in peace? They're going to be in turmoil throughout the day or throughout the night.
It's gonna start arguments.
Yeah, of course. It's going to be turmoil, Read on.
So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he had said.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people.
Right.
Rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s,
Right.
and rulers of 10s.
Right. So this is what he did. He set them up out of all the 12 tribes of Israel. Right. All the tribes, they had this ranking order. Read.
And they judged the people at all seasons.
Uh-huh.
The hard causes they brought unto Moses.
Right. The hard causes, that's what they brought to the, as they say here, the Supreme Court. You know what I mean? You go all the way to the top, right? You go to Moses and Aaron, So you know what's going down then. Read.
But every small matter they judged themselves.
Every what?
Every small matter they judged themselves.
Right. Every small matter they judged themselves. Read.
And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land.
Right. Get 1 Corinthians 6. First Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1.
Read.
Dare any of you have a matter against another?
Right.
Go to the law before the unjust, and not before the saints?
Right. Should you have a matter with your brother and then go to your cousin and not in the truth and say, I need help, I need help? Right? You got a matter with your brother in the truth. You going to go outside that? No. You go to the law. You go to the Most High. You go to the truth. Right? Read on.
Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Who are the saints? Who are the saints? We are the saints. According to Psalms 148 and verse 14, we're the saints of the Most High. Not the Lauderdale saints, not given to them people. No. They're not the saints. Right? They Satan, but not the saints. All right?
And I was going to...
Right? Do you know that the saints shall judge the world? Don't you know that we're going to be in a position that what? We are going to judge the world? The world, the earth. Read.
And if the world shall be judged by you.
Right. So the world is going to be judged by us. Read.
Are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
Are we unworthy to judge the smallest matter? I can't judge. You tell me I can't judge you, but the Most High said we're going to judge the entire world. And you mean to tell me I can't judge a small matter between husband and wife, or between brother and another brother, or sister and another sister? Read.
Know ye not that we shall judge angels?
What? We're going to do, wait a minute. We're going to do what to the angels?
Judge angels?
We're going to have power with the angels. So you mean to tell me I can't judge between something small? Ella, help me out of here. Our people, man, we are discontinued, as the scriptures say, from our own heritage. We don't know anything about nothing. We just look at something else. We just repeat what people say. You can't judge me. Right? But if you go out and stop at that light right there and step on the gas while it's red, who's going to be judging you then? That's right. And then when you go to court, who's going to be judging you then? All right? But I can't judge you. A lot of times our people, we got it mixed up, man. You know, our mind is like a car. We in neutral and somebody step on the gas. We going nowhere fast. That's our problem. Right? The lesson, the vision is right here. It's written in this book. But we put the instruction manual and put it on the dresser and we go do our own thing. How you expect that's supposed to work out? It's not. So that's why we set up this ranking system. It'd be not because we thought it was something good to do. We read the scriptures and it said to do this amongst Israel. So this is why we have the ranking system here at the Light of Zion. So if it's issues or matters, then we could take it up. Right? And this is why we have a major council once a month. So that we can work out what's going on within the body. All right? Everybody understand? Chapter 19. Let's go back. So a lot of times people say you can't judge the matter, but we can. Hold on, before you get that, give me Zechariah 7 and 9. Sorry. Let me end it with that. The book of Zechariah, chapter 7, verse 9. All right. Start at verse 8. Because, you know, when you judge in the matter, you got to make sure that we do things according to the law and the statute and the commandments, not because what I think. All right? Because if you're beating on your wife, I'm going to tell you, you're going off. I'm not going to tell you, hey, that's your wife, you own her, you can do what you want with her. It don't work like that. I don't care. I'm not on your side. I'm on the side of the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Right? So a lot of times people like to think, you know, as men in this word, that we kind of bias. You know, it's all about the man and we choosing the man's side. It ain't about that. We choosing the side that's right. If the wife comes to me with something, I'm like, hey, what can I say? If it's right, it's right. And I've been in situations like that where the wife will come out and say, no, you're going off. And I have to agree. I can't go against her. I mean, I can't go against, I can't go against what she's saying if it's true. If it's true, it's true. According to the law. Right? So we got to make sure that we're doing this thing correctly. Get Zechariah chapter 7, verse 8. Let's see what the prophet said, Zechariah, priest.
This is the book of Zechariah chapter 7, verse 8.
What did he say?
And the word of the Most High came unto Zechariah, saying.
What did he say?
Thus speaking the Most High of hosts.
Saying what?
Saying, execute true judgment.
You see that? Execute true judgment. We have to be true with this thing. We can't make stuff up. Right? When we making a judgment call. Read.
And show mercy and compassions every man to his brother.
Right. Show mercy and compassion every man to his brother. Now, it says brother there. I want to make sure I address something. We know that the Bible speaks in a masculine term. But it's also referring to women. Everybody got that? Okay. A lot of times say brother or brethren or say different words. It always goes back to the man. But it's also speaking of women too. Everybody understand that? All right. So execute true judgment and show mercy and compassion. That's what we have to do. We have to show mercy. We have to show compassion. All right? Because when you're in a situation, you're going to want the same thing. Okay? So let's go back. So we can judge the matter. We can judge these small matters. Okay? But we make sure when we judge the matter, we're using true judgment. There's many other scriptures we can go into with judgment, but we're not going to go there for the process of time. You know, we don't have that much time. We'll be here until sundown, which would be lovely. But we can go in on this thing. But go ahead. We're going into chapter 19, the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai.
Mm-hmm.
For they were departed from Rephidim and were come to the desert of Sinai.
Right.
And had pitched in the wilderness And there Israel camped before the mount.
What do you mean they pitched there? What's going on? What they did? Huh? Yeah, they stayed there. They pitched, meaning they put their tent up. They put their camp up, you know. You know how we have the tabernacle and we be in the tent? You're right, that's what we did. Right? That's what the whole tabernacle, keeping the holiday was about. That he made us dwell in booths during the time in the wilderness. Everybody got me? All right. Read on.
Verse 3. And Moses went up unto Yahweh, and the Most High called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself.
Wow, what did he say? Bared you on what wings? Eagle. On what? On eagle's wings. We talking about the angels. Right? How that water got separated. Right? It washed over us, and how the angel followed us and stood behind us. He became that whirlwind, that fire, you know, during the night, and that cloud during the day. Right? That's what he's referencing. He's going back, saying, remember. The Most High always say, remember how I brought you out of Egypt. Okay? Read on.
Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice, indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Wow. He said we're going to be a treasure above all people. Are we a treasure now? I know we located in the treasure coast, but are we a treasure? Right? I know we located in the treasure coast, but are we a treasure at this particular time? Absolutely not, man. Yeah, we like this center right here. We dull right now. Rusted, right? Because of our disobedience. That's all it is. When we going through this portion, if you think back and you look back, all the things that happened to us, why? It's because we put ourselves in that position. It was self-inflicted because we decided we want to do what we want to do. And it's the same thing happened today. We could cry about the people being killed. We could cry about things that's happening today. You know, but at the end of the day, it's because we put ourselves in this position because we disobey Yah's commandments. You know, and we went into religion and all these different other understandings in this world. And there's only one true understanding, there's only one true God, and that's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And if you're not serving him, you're serving Satan. Period. Read on. Read that again, verse 5.
Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 5. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine.
Right, and the Most High said, for all the earth is his. He said, you're going to be a what? A peculiar people. Right? A special people, a treasure. Read on. Verse 6.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
Whoa, you're going to be a kingdom of priests. Right? Read.
And an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Right. So he's telling them, if y'all do Yah's will, you guys are going to be on high. You're going to be a kingdom of priests. Meaning that the priest is the highest level. You know? So they're going to look at us as we're going to be like priests of the earth. Everybody understand that? Give me 1 Peter 2 and 9 real quick. Right. We're going to be, you know, when people look at priests, Moses, you know, and priests, these guys were priests. Even though we call them Moses and Aaron, you know, these guys were priests of the nation. Okay? Aaron was the high priest. Everybody remember that? Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
We are what?
A chosen generation.
Right. We are a chosen generation. Read on.
A royal priesthood.
Go ahead.
Holy nation.
Read.
A peculiar people.
Right. Read.
That ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Right. We should be called great. Because the Most High, he did what? He chose us. You know? He said, ye shall show forth the praises of him. Praise his name. You know? Barakatha Yahweh. Kan? Barakatha Yahweh. Barak means bless. Yahweh. The power. Barakatha Ha Yahweh. Right? So blessed be Yahweh. As they say it now, is it Baruch Hashem? Right? Or blessed be his name. I know Amalek like to use that. Baruch Hashem, you know? But, you know, blessed be his name, man. Yeah.
He said he called us out of darkness, not into darkness.
Right. He called us, yeah, that's a good point. He said he called us out of darkness. So when I hear people say they leave in the truth, so wait a minute. You leaving the light to go back into the dark? You leaving the truth to go to a lie? You got to think about what people say. Right? Where you going? Where are you going? There's nothing out there. Tell me there's something else out there. Let me know, please.
There's nothing out there.
There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there, right? There's nothing out there. Where you going? The Most High has called us into his marvelous light. He said, you go back out in darkness, he said, like a dog turning to his vomit. All right? Go back.
There's more.
There's more?
The next one.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. Which in time past were not a people.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
But are now the people of Yahweh.
Right. In time past, he said what? We were not even a people. Right? But what? We are what? We said, but now the people of the Most High. We are the people of Yah. Go ahead.
Which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy.
Right. So now we have obtained the mercy of the Most High. The Most High have now having mercy on our soul. And now in these last days is waking us up. We are being awakened in these last days and called to this marvelous light. Because we were in darkness many years. Many years. Now we're being wakened up. Now we're moving. You see that the nation is growing. A lot of our people are making, you see in schools, Hebrew Israelite schools popping up everywhere. Everywhere you go. You know, it was one. We got one in Georgia, and now we heard another one is being opened in Georgia. Right? So there are a lot of Hebrew Israelite schools are being opened up all over this place, which is good. You know, we're trying to, tackle the strategy 67, right? 67 counties in Florida. We need all of them. Con? That was a low con, man. Are we serious about this thing? Or we playing video games? What we got going on?
Don't make me break the microphone.
All right. There we go.
We got time for a quick precept?
Yeah, what you got?
What you was talking about, now we're being woken up everywhere. Colossians 1 and 26. Book of Colossians chapter 1 verse 26. You're talking about we're starting to be woken up now?
Yeah, Colossians 1.
26.
Verse 26.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 1, verse 26.
Read.
Even the mystery which have been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints.
Right, say even a mystery. What's the mystery? This Bible. Why does everybody have this Bible, but they teach different things? Because a lot of times the word is not given into these people. Right? The understanding of this word is not given. You know? So many are called, but few are chosen. All right? This thing is a mystery. He says it's been hidden for ages, but from generations, but now it's made manifest to his saints. Who are the saints? We are the children of Israel. So we are the saints of the Most High. So we're the ones that are supposed to be taking care of the ministry of the Most High's word. Yah's work, bringing it out, ministering the word to the people. Not everybody's doing this. Not Sue and Sally, right? Not Flamin' Joe, okay, jumping up and down with a pink suit on. No. This is not the will of Yah. Right. Let's go back. So we're looking at 19 and 7.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 7.
Okay.
And Moses came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all these words which the Most High commanded him.
Right.
And all the people answered together and said, all that the Most High have spoken, we will do. And Moses returned the words of the Most High, of the people, unto the Most High. And the Most High said unto Moses, lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Most High. And the Most High said unto Moses, go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day. For the third day the Most High will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai.
Right. He said, wait a minute, wash their clothes? Why? Some people maybe believe you don't have to wash your clothes all the time. Right. Why are you looking at me like that? Listen, I don't make this stuff up, man. You know? Maybe sometimes, I don't know. Maybe they don't want to. But Most High about to appear onto you, you need to be clean, not only in your spirit, but also in your body.
And people think Christ was dirty, man.
Well, that's the picture that they give with that Caesar Borgia. We run around looking like Charles Manson look alike. You know what I mean? Right. Because him and Charles Manson look alike. Caesar Borgia. That's not our Lord and Savior. He was a dark-skinned man with woolly hair, plain and simple. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourselves, that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to death.
You see that? Straight order. Don't even touch the mount. Don't even touch the border. You shall surely be put to death. Everybody got that? So let me ask you a question. This is a law right here, right? Is this law being performed right now? No? You sure about that? You cannot go and touch the border right now. I bet you ain't know that. Right now as we speak today, you fly over to Israel and go to that mountain, tell you you're going to go touch the border because the Most High not here. I guarantee you'll be shot. Right? Because if God is not real, and a lot of people don't believe in God, then why does the United States of America have a fence up and armed guards there 24 hours a day? What are they protecting? Protecting their judgment. Right? A lot of times people don't know that. Because if you don't, like I said, not me, but the scriptures say, a man that travels abroad gathers much wisdom. Right? People travel, people see things that you don't see. The internet don't cover everything, brother. You can't Google and find everything, right? But you might be able to find that. But they do have some guards there around that mountain to make sure nobody go near it. Why are you guarding a rock if that's all it is?
Right.
Right? The top of it is still burnt from the burning bush, the flames. Check it out. Check it out. Go ahead. Go ahead. Read on. I don't know what they start looking at me crazy. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 13.
Con.
There shall not an hand touch it.
Right.
But he shall surely be stoned. Or shot through.
Ooh. I guess Esau must have read the scripture and put somebody down there to shoot you down.
He was ready to do that.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
And shot through. Right. The captain might pull it up. He might pull it up. He might find that picture with them standing there. If you can find it, Captain. Read that again, 13.
The book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
There shall not an hand touch it.
Right.
But he shall surely be stoned.
Mm-hmm.
Or shot through. Whether it be beast or man, it shall not live. When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mount.
Right. You see, when the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mount. I don't know if you heard about this, but like on YouTube, they did a video. Someone did a video where they actually heard the trumpets being blown in the clouds. I don't know if you ever heard that. You know? Yeah, I'm sure it's more than one. Right. Over in Israel, you hear the trumpets just blowing. You know what I mean? It's the sound of the Most High having the angels blow the trumpets. Right?
I saw that.
Right? So, this is what the Most High is talking about when he say he's going to blow the trumpets. And when he blow the trumpets, that's when the people come. Everybody got that? So that's why when we get started, before we send up the prayer, what do? Blow the trumpet, blow the shofar. You know what I mean? Blow it just to have you to rise. Because remember, we went over before about how important the shofar and the trumpet is, right? Con? It's very important. It's very powerful. It's powerful than a 9mm. Okay? A lot of times people think their gun is powerful. But a trumpet moves thousands, millions. A gun, you can only shoot 15 people. That's if you're that good. All right? Yeah. So go ahead, read on now. 14.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 14. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes.
Right, so he sanctified them. What did he do? Wait, how did he sanctify the people? Clean them? What, he took out a brush? Turn on the water hose? Get over here, especially you. How do we sanctify the people?
Is it oil?
I think the oil, you can anoint them. That's another way of sanctifying. By the word of the Most High can be sanctified, absolutely. All right? So he sanctified and washed the people. The people washed their clothes. Because remember, you're going to present yourself for the Most High. That's another reason also. Let me bring this out. I'm going to add this for my scripture for my, I'm going to add this to my attire class. Right? Coming into the Shabbat. Right? He said, you presenting yourself before the Most High. Okay? You should want to present yourself in a righteous manner. That's why I said the people washed their clothes. They blew the shofar. They presented themselves. They came here. Right? When you come here, you should have as a man, fully clothed, not no shorts on like you're going to the beach. Right? Your slides on, you come up in here, shalom, shalom. And you sitting up here, look like you at Club Med. You know what I mean? I'm fully girded up. I got the mitri on. I got my girdle on. You know, my pants all the way down to my foot, my shoes on. Right? You come in here looking like you like you on vacation. You shouldn't come in here like that because why? You presenting yourself before the Most High. You should have your fringes, your garments on. You should be looking glorious when we see you. Everybody understand that? And same thing for the women. Women can't come in here and your stuff hanging out. As Benjamin said, what you say, you bend over and skin out? No. Something wrong, right? So that can't happen. Okay? Because here you say they wash their clothes, they sanctify themselves. I mean, sanctify what? Got themselves clean. Wash with water and washing by the water of the word. Everybody understand? So when you present yourself, make sure that you present yourself, when you come here, that you're prepared, right? To be clean, inward and outward. It's very important. Just because we're a little school, that don't mean y'all is not here. Con? He said, where 2 or 3 are gathered together, there I am. That's the last time I checked. Right? Look at Inaw's beard. Look how he look combed out, nice. Guy's ready to lock and load. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, he don't come up here and be looking all crazy, looking like he just rolled out of the bed. Like some of these guys, I see them like, what you got on? What you dealing with? Right? I seen one day I was at the courthouse. I was dealing with some issue at the courthouse, and a lady pulled up with the full get-up on, the whole gift to go to bed. She had her slippers on. She had the whole pajamas on, the hat, and she had the part where you cover your eyes. She had that across the top. Yeah, she didn't make it in the courthouse. As soon as the security saw her, whoa, where you going like that? Right? First thing he said, are you going to present yourself in front of your honor like that? No. If she would have, I guarantee you, if she'd have went inside and got inside, somebody would have lost their job. Yeah, somebody would have lost their job. You don't present yourself like that. That's why the Captain Benaniah is at the door. All right? The captain's at the door. You can't be coming in here looking crazy. Everybody got me? Present yourself, sanctify yourself, wash yourself, wash your clothes, prepare yourself to be seated and learn the word of the Most High. The women come in, and I see the women come. They come in here looking royal. That's the way it should be. Fringes and border of blue. Your head covered. Modest apparel. Okay? You're not going to a nightclub. You look at a Sunday church, you can forget about it. You go in there, you might as well turn the R. Kelly on. Right? You're going to be playing, ain't nothing wrong with a little, you know the words. I ain't going to go there.
Sunday's best.
Right? Read on now. That's good. That's good verse right there. I'm going to put that in the archives, man. Come on. I'm going to put that in my class for the attire. Read on now.
The book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. And he said unto the people, be ready against the 3rd day. Come not at your wives.
Do what?
Come not at your wives.
Whoa, wait a minute. He said, come not at your wives. Why did he say that?
Because they would have been unclean.
They'd have been what?
They would have been unclean.
Right. So he said, don't come at your wives, meaning what? Do not do the pleasure that comes with sleep.
Even before the Sabbath, you come here, don't do that.
Right. Even before the Sabbath, you don't do that. Okay? Don't do that because you make yourself unclean. And when you come, let me say this. It's not unlawful to be unclean. Anybody understand that? You become unclean, this is what happens. Where you make it unlawful is when you come amongst the service. Everybody hear me? You make it unlawful when you come amongst the clean. All right? So this is something I want you to understand. So he said, do not come at your wives. Because that's what, if you do, and you do the pleasure to come with sleep, you're going to be unsanctified. Because he's told them to sanctify themselves. So they're going to be unsanctified. I mean, they're not going to be clean anymore. Okay, read on.
And that also defeat the purpose of washing your clothes.
Exactly.
Right. Well, yeah, that's a good.
Because what do you do when you do become clean? What's the law? You don't gotta get the law.
You're supposed to wash yourself and wash your clothes.
Right.
You wash yourself, you wash your clothes until the evening.
Until the evening, then you be clean.
You're clean again.
Right.
So you go wash your clothes and then come at your wife, and then go present yourself to the Most High. He looking at you like you crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Come.
We shot through.
Read on.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings,
All right.
and a thick cloud upon the mount,
Mm-hmm.
and the voice of the trumpet exceedingly loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled.
Can you imagine the trumpet blowing and people like, and that big cloud come out? Listen, man, it's going down. Read on.
I know y'all could imagine. Y'all remember what happened that day in the park?
Yeah. Well, you know, the trumpet was blowing out.
I remember that.
Yeah, we had some time in the park, man. I'm telling you.
That they struck 20 feet away, 30 feet away.
No, I don't even think it was that far away.
Like the ground.
Well,
Yeah. I mean,
it hit that light pole.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And the smoke that you saw from that lightning hit that ground, that thing was whoop. And that everybody was like, what? People start getting up, they was ready to go in their car. Listen, man, it was bad.
I see people jump under the.
Yeah. The children, they was shook.
They got flooded one
The
time.
adults were shook, man. All of us. Yeah. You know, and we heard that we saw the lightning now. It wasn't just, you know, that we heard.
Yeah.
We saw the lightning.
It
struck. And then the thunder hit. Boom. And I'm talking about, everybody was like, is it time? Are we getting out of here? Or that's a judgment right there. Right? Or that's the warning. Okay?
All praise to the Most High. We got the school now.
Yeah. All praise to the Most High. You know, we got the school. We got a place that we could, you know, come together. Hallelujah. Praise His name. Mm-hmm.
Verse 17.
Go ahead.
And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with Yahweh. And they stood at the nether part of the mount.
Uh-huh.
And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Most High descended upon it in fire.
Mm-hmm.
And the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace. And the whole mount quaked quickly.
Greatly. Right.
I'm sorry, greatly.
The whole mount quaked greatly. Read on.
And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and Yahweh answered him by a voice.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount.
Right.
And the Most High called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up. And the Most High said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto the Most High to gaze, and many of them perish.
Mm-hmm.
And let the priests also, which come near to the Most High, sanctify themselves, lest the Most High break forth upon them.
Right. So they got to sanctify themselves, get themselves ready and clean. Right. Don't you know that before Aaron must go into the tabernacle, that he has to sanctify himself and get himself clean? He has to wash his clothes. He has to wash his hair. He got to change his clothes. He got a whole priestly garment just to put on to go in there.
You got to have all that on, too.
Yeah. You got to have everything on, and it got to be right. You can't be going there with your joint looking lopsided. Some people I see they tie Mitri look like they was in a car accident or something, right? Right? You're like, whoa, snap. What happened to you? You know what I mean? What do you mean? It's my Mitri. Boy, it looked like he was in a car accident. Right? So, you know, the Most High, you know, he wants you to present yourself a certain way. Yes.
Yeah, on that mountain right there was I think it was National Geographic where I seen that. Yeah, Esau and he was on top of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see where this whole top of the mountain was burnt.
Right.
And it's different color from the bottom half of it.
Right. Yeah.
So they showed it where
Oh yeah, definitely. They show it. I mean, they'll let somebody like geographic, they'll let certain people like go near or a certain part of the mountain, but certain parts of the mountain, you will not be able to.
Yeah, the whole thing is
fenced.
burnt.
Yeah.
But the bottom part of it is like
Brown.
regular
Right.
color of the mountain.
Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe the captain can pull up a picture. I don't know if they have a picture online. Yeah. Only if you can find one. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses said unto the Most High, the people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, set bounds about the mount and sanctify it.
Right.
And the Most High said unto him, away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, excuse me, thou and Aaron with thee.
Mm-hmm.
But let not the priest and the people break through to come up unto the Most High, lest he break forth upon them. So Moses went down unto the people and spake unto them.
Right. So, the Most High sent for him and Aaron to come up to get their wisdom and knowledge, on what they need to go down and tell the people. But he just showed them his power. That's why we always ask, well, who's the power? And we say what?
Yahweh's the power.
Yahweh's the power. Right? He's the power. He burnt that mountain up there, still burnt to this day. Sodom and Gomorrah still don't grow anything over there. It's still destroyed from the fire and brimstone. Yes.
They pulled some of the soil from Sodom and Gomorrah,
Mm-hmm.
and they said the minerals that's there is not on earth.
Yeah. Esau is always, he's always gonna, try to analyze something and try to make some excuse. Like when the sea was parted, he said it was because some movement of the moon and some movement of this caused some kind of reaction, and this will happen. Esau's a liar, right? This is plain and simple. As you see, the captain brought up a few the pictures of the mountain being burnt at the top. Yeah, that one's good, right? Showing you that, as this thing is definitely real. Yah is real. We know that. Hopefully that we could make that trip over there and we can actually see this for ourselves. Because it's nothing like, we pull up pictures and see things on the internet, but it's nothing like actually being there and see for yourself, right? Like a lot of people teach like the shield of David is off, but have they been to Israel and seen the shield? How many people could say they've been there and saw Solomon's temple with the shield on it? And I'm talking about the original temple. I'm not talking about the temple that they have now, the temple that they have there now. Because the Jerusalem, what they have there now is what they call a New Jerusalem. It's not in the same place. All right? Everybody understand that? All right? So these are the things that, traveling, gets you more wisdom. Okay? So I would encourage everyone to try to make that homage back. I was planning last year to go, but of course, we got hit with the bang. We got hit with the bang, with the mask disease. Now we got to wear masks wherever we go. This thing is ridiculous, right? So with that being said, we're going into the 20th chapter, which is, again, going into what Moses went up there and got, and he's coming down now to deliver it to the children of Israel. So let's get some more understanding on that. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1.
Okay.
And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Most High Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right.
Thou shalt not have no other powers before me.
Right. You see that? The Most High said, the first commandment of all commandments, thou shalt have no other gods before me. That is the first commandment, right? But what America say? Freedom of religion, right? So they break the command. They break the very first one by telling us that we can have whatever God you want. You can. Where's that? I had that picture here. I must put it back in my bag. We have that book that's called the 2,500 Deities, the encyclopedia. Like, how many gods did you need to serve? There's only one true God. The Midianite king recognized that the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the true power. Right? He's a true God. Nobody else. Why do we need to have any other God?
2,500. Which one is the best one?
Which one is the best one, right? And alphabetical order, ain't that something? Right? So somebody actually took time to make that, and now they're making a mint off it probably. So the first law is thou shalt have no other gods before me. When it says thou shalt have or thou shalt not, that is a direct law of the Most High. Everybody got that? I mean, that's it. There's no in between there. Well, maybe. No, there's no maybe. Don't do it. All right? So, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So that's very important. Read on.
You want a precept on it?
Yeah. What you got?
2 Kings chapter 17 verse 35. Let's see what that means. Let's get an example of what that means. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
17 and what?
2 Kings 17 verse 35.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it on.
That's right.
I'll read it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Kings chapter 17 verse 35.
Read.
With whom the Lord, the Most High, had made a covenant and charged them, saying, ye shall not fear other gods.
Right. So we can't fear the other gods. People talking about they serving Buddha, they serving Houdini, whoever god they have. Read.
Nor bow yourselves to them.
Right. We ain't supposed to bow ourselves to another god.
Nor serve them.
Right. We're not supposed to do what they want us to do, whatever the God telling you to do. Grow your beard, grow your locks, become a dreadlocks, be Selassie. You know what I mean? No. Read.
Nor sacrifice to them.
Right.
But the Most High, who brought you out of the land of Egypt with great power and a stretched out arm, him shall ye fear.
That's it. The fear goes with him, Yahweh. Read.
And him shall ye worship, and to him shall ye do sacrifice.
Right. Read on.
That
was it?
Yeah, that's it.
No, read on one more verse.
One more, yeah. You'll see something else. And the statutes and the ordinances and the law and the commandment which he wrote for you, ye shall observe to do forevermore. And ye shall not fear other gods.
Right. He said, and the statutes and the ordinances and the law and the commandment which he wrote for you. This is very important. He wrote them for you. Not for everybody. Everybody got that? It's for us. Go ahead. One more.
One more?
Yeah.
Hold on. I didn't know you want to go that far.
That's all right. That's fine.
Verse 38. And the covenant that I have made with you, ye shall not forget.
Right.
Neither shall ye fear other gods.
Read on.
But the Most High your God ye shall fear.
Right.
And he shall deliver you out of the hand of all your enemies.
No, some of your enemies.
Of all your enemies.
Right. That's a good precept, man. Right? The Most High said, and the covenant that I have made with you, ye shall not forget it. Neither ye shall fear other gods. So we can't fear the other gods, but what? We got to keep the Most High, his commandments. We got to go with his covenant. Anybody got that? All right? But he said the Most High, your power, ye shall fear. You got to fear him. Forget about the other jokers. Let me get one more precept. Give me Psalms 96. Right? He said, but the Most High, your power, ye shall fear. And he shall deliver you out of the hand of your enemies. That's right. Because that's what the Most High did with Israel, Con. When he said, don't forget that I brought you out of the land of Egypt. I'm the power. I'm Yahweh, your power. Go ahead.
Where you want me to start? Verse 4?
Start at verse 4.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For the Most High is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
Right.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
You see that? All the gods of the nations, they're idols. Nothing. They're what? Deities. Like I brought out there, the encyclopedia, 2,500 deities. That's all they are. Read.
But the Most High made the heavens.
He did what?
Made the heavens.
Most High, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He made the heavens. That's the one you need to fear. Because if you fear another God, when you die and you leave this and your body go to the ground and your spirit goes back up, where's it going? To Buddha?
Bring that out.
Bring that out, right? Where your spirit going? To Krishna? What's the other God name? What's that woman with all the arms? Right?
Krishna, yeah, Krishna.
Right. Yeah. Where you going to her? You going to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You finished. Right? You know, you want to get to him and say, oh, probably sit up there, I was expecting you to have more arms. No. It ain't going down like that. Right. You're going to see a black man with an afro and beard. And then you're going to be finished.
They going to witches now?
Yeah, our people get into a lot of stuff. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to Exodus 20 and verse 4.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath or that is in the water under the earth.
All right.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them nor serve them.
Right. So we should not be making any images of, of the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Oh, this is Yahweh. Oh, yeah, this is his true picture. This is what he really looks like. Right? And we should not be bowing down to them. Right? So a lot of times, and he's saying this, why? Because the Egyptians did these things. They had their gods and they bow down to their gods. Right? If you look today, you see the Roman Catholic Church, they bow down. Right? The Caesar Borgias. Or they do, or like the Catholic Church, they like to deal with Guadalupe.
Yeah, Guadalupe.
Right, Guadalupe. Right? Which is the Mother of Mary. Right?
Mother of Christ.
Mother of Christ, right? So Mary Magdalene, right? So they would be bowing themselves down, doing 10 Hail Marys and doing all kind of stuff. These are the things that the Most High, he don't want us to do. How they had that big statue, is supposed to be Yahweh Shai in Brazil. They're not supposed to do that. Yeah, and every time they go to him, they put the thing on, they do that stuff with their hand like a cross. That is a high level of idolatry. That has nothing to do with Yah. Okay? Read on, verse 5.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power.
Right.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Right. How you show that you hate the Most High?
Break his laws.
How you show that you love the Most High? Let me ask that. Keeping what? Keeping his commandments. That's how we show we love the Most High. So it should be opposite. How you show you hate the Most High? That's it. By doing what you want to do. That's why our people, you see them out there getting punished and things are happening to them because why? They hate the Most High. To love him is to keep his commandments. Plain and simple. To hate him is to do opposite. Everybody got that? Okay.
May I touch on something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Verse 4. So one of the key things that we have to get out of this commandment is that the key thing is that we shall not bow down to these images or things. Because when you read verse 4, it said any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath or that is in the water under the earth. So let's get this clear. So does that mean can we have a picture of a lion in our house? Does that mean can we have a picture of a shark? I mean, a whale or whatever? What does that mean?
That means we can have the pictures, but let's not bow down to them.
Right. We can't, because there's a semicolon that says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them,
right,
nor serve them. Of course, we don't have no correct a picture of any power that's in heaven, of the angels, of Christ. We just know what the scriptures tell us, right? And we can try to create an image that we can help our people show that the image they they sell and have in the churches is not the image in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can use that as a as a bait as edification. Correct. You have something to say, Cap? Proverbs 8:36. Okay. Let's get that. I was gonna go to Isaiah real quick, but let's get that.
Right. I got that. 8:36. Yeah. That's right to the point. Let me read that. Read 34. I like that one.
Okay, come.
Start 34.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 34.
Read.
Blessed is the man that heareth me.
Right.
Watching daily at my gates. Waiting at the post of my doors.
Right. Blessed is the man that heareth me. We hear the word of the Most High. Watching daily at my gates. Doing the right thing. Right. Making sure you're watching over the people. Waiting at the post of my doors. Read on.
For whoso findeth me findeth life.
You see, when you find the Most High, you find life. You become alive. When you find the Most High, read.
And shall obtain favor of the Most High Yahweh.
Right. And, you know, you're going to obtain favor of the Most High. Read.
But he that sinneth against me,
right,
wrongeth his own soul.
Where you say, well, you know, he died young. You sin against the Most High, you wrong of your own soul. Read.
All they that hate me,
what?
Love death.
They do what?
Love death.
Right. If you don't love the Most High, you love death. Because if you don't want to keep the commandments right now, you're suicidal. Right? The wages of sin is death. That's right. A lot of times people say, well, I'm in the truth. I'm not in the truth. I'm in. I'm out. You're playing Russian roulette right now. Put one in the chamber, you're spinning it. Firing it off and see which one, you know. Am I going to make it this time? So, you know, it would behoove us to stay where we are. Anybody got me? Don't go nowhere. There's nothing out there for you. Everything is here for you right here. I mean, I don't get it. Right? A lot of our people, they want to leave because their idea is that they want to do what they want to do. That's all.
God.
Okay.
Let's go to Isaiah 44, verse 15 real quick.
Okay.
So we're gonna get an example of what point I'm trying to drive home. We're gonna land the plane right here.
Okay.
Because we gotta understand that the Most High, He's very technical. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to be technical when it comes to the commandments. So technically, if you bow down to anything, it can be this bottle of oil, this book, you're worshiping it. You understand? It's a once you bow down to this, that became a graven image. That became, what was the other word? A god. This became a god to you.
Right, the word God means power.
Power.
Right,
this became your power because you bow down. What does bow down mean? You submitted to it.
Right.
The Uranus, the menorah. This is something the Most High made for us. You bow down to this. You made this a god now. The star, you know, the shield of David.
Right.
You make that a god. So let's get an example.
Isaiah 44, verse 15.
Read.
Then shall it be for a man to burn.
To burn. Okay, read.
For he will take thereof and warm himself.
Read.
Yea, he kindleth it and baketh bread.
What he do?
He kindleth it and baketh bread.
So this man is baking bread now. Read.
Yea, he maketh a god.
He maketh a what?
A god.
Read.
And worship it.
And what?
And worship it.
And then what?
He maketh it a graven image.
He made the bread that he baked into a graven image and a god. Read.
And falleth down thereto.
And falleth what?
Down thereto.
That's the key. You can even take a loaf of Wonder Bread and start praying, worshiping that, and that you breaking the Most High's law that He is expounding to us here. Yeah, something to say, Sheshwan?
I got a precept.
Come on, let's get it.
It goes kind of what you saying, Hosea 3 and 4.
Let's get it. Okay.
I was gonna say that's what people are wrong for calling the Star of David idol or God, because nobody's bowing down to the Star of David.
Right. Yeah, the shield.
Right,
So
that's true.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, and they like to call it the Star Molech, which is not correct. Okay.
So this is the book of Hosea, chapter 3, verse 4.
Read that.
For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king,
right,
and without a prince, and without a sacrifice,
right,
and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim.
Right. So for the children of Israel shall abide many days without the king. So this is the condition that we're in now. Our king is not here with us, but here with us in spirit. But at this point, he said we're gonna go without a sacrifice, without sacrificing, without an image. We're not gonna have an image of our king, right? And we're not gonna have the ephod. What's the ephod? Anybody know what the ephod is? What you tap him for? You going off out. I wasn't asking him. I'm just asking in general. I said the ephod. I know a lot of times people sell them online and they sell it. The ephod was a
plate that goes like with the robe, with the stones on it.
Right, with the stones on it, but what do the stones represent?
The 12 tribes of Israel.
The 12 tribes of Israel, right. And without the teraphim, what is that?
Teraphim is like was it this like a family person or that like the king, right, would be a teraphim.
Mm-mm.
Right. It's like in the idol.
Yeah, sorry,
It's like images.
Oh, okay.
It's just proving that we had images.
Right. Yeah. So we did have images, and we did have, believe it or not, they do have a picture of Christ, of Yahushua, pictures of Paul and the prophets, locked up in the Vatican City. We know that, right? These are the things that they don't show you, okay? They did like you said, I think it was National Geographic. They did a video camera going into the vault with a lot of things, and you could tell. You can't fake that out with the image. They may have blurred it out so nobody sees it, but the image itself was dark. You know what I mean? Of these of the apostles. We know all the apostles. We know the king, and everybody were men of color. Everybody got me on that, right? So this is why they hide it from us, because why? They don't want us to know the truth. The truth is being taught in all throughout the four corners of this earth, and we are being awakening to this to who we are. It's true what the Ishmaelites say. Like some of the brothers that travel over to Israel, as soon as they get off the plane, they say, "Welcome home," because they know who we are. They know who we are, and they know who they are. Right? But the only person that don't know is Israel. And we don't, as the scripture said, and we don't consider. Right? So, right, it's a good scripture there. We don't have these things. We don't have the images. We don't have none of these things. Yeah.
You got time for another one?
Oh my gosh.
Just one more, Mister.
We got 10 commandments out. Stay with me.
Yeah, we got
Stay with me, y'all.
You sure you don't want the Exodus 25:18 with the angels being made?
Nah, I'll hold that. Maybe it might come out later, but go ahead. Verse 6. We're going back to Exodus 20 and 6.
All
right. This is a whole. Let me bring this out quick. I don't even think I say I. Let me say we did a class, Light of Zion, on the 10 Commandments. We did a class for each commandment. That's how, it's so much information here, in this book that there's no reason to go no other place. Everybody understand that this thing is, it's a lot of information. Even the 10 Commandments is a lot of information. Okay? Go ahead. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 6.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 6. And showing mercies unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
Right. So those who didn't want to keep the commandments, say you're going to judge them to the third and fourth generation. But those that said they're gonna show mercy, they're gonna love the Most High, He's gonna show mercy on them. Right? To thousands of them that love Him and keep His commandments. Right? Read on.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High Yahweh thy power in vain.
Right. So what does it mean to take the His name in vain? Right?
Use it loosely.
Yeah, use His name loosely. That's very good. Like you should see see Moab. They're always praising Buddha. You know what I mean? And they be damn saying His name like in repetition, like 10 times and turning the beads. Right? This is calling the Most High's name in vain. If you're using His name like that, you're doing it in vain. Everybody understand that? Right?
What's an example of using His name in vain?
Go ahead.
No, that's the question I posed.
Oh, you asked. Okay, what's an example?
Oh, what's an example?
Yeah, how do you use His name in vain?
Like Minister said, constant repetitions of His name. Like I don't want to say His name. I don't want to say it.
Darren?
Kicking your toe, you're like, damn.
I swear to God.
Okay, but what do you mean by that? Swear to God what?
Like making the oath you're talking about.
Okay.
But not performing your oath.
You go. So by swearing, because, okay, how do we perform an oath? We are swearing to God because that's only between Him and Yah. So we have to swear to Him that whatever oath that we're keeping, we can't break it. If you break it, you're keeping the most, what it says, you're taking His name in vain. You understand? Because there's scriptures where the Most High told us we got to swear by His name. And then there's scriptures saying we shall not swear falsely by His name. You understand? But Christ probably said it best.
Not to swear.
Yeah, in these times. Well, yeah, we'll just go straight to there. We won't even go anywhere else. We'll go straight to what Matthew said. What Christ said. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 33. Where we at? New Testament, Matthew 5 and 33.
Yeah.
I think it goes down to like 37.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 33. Again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but thou shalt perform unto the Most High thine oaths.
Right, so you can't swear to yourself because you're going to break that oath. Because you promise it to yourself. Man, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna use a bunch of examples. I'm gonna stop sipping on some hard liquor, or you know what? I'm gonna stop eating this. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what? I'm gonna start making sure I come to the Sabbath on time. But if you're making that oath to yourself, you're bound to break it because you don't fear yourself. You understand? But Christ, here it says, "But thou shalt perform unto the Lord, unto Yahweh thine oaths," because we fear the Most High if we keeping the commandments. So if we fear Him, we're going to be afraid of breaking our promises. You know what I mean? Of course, we fall short in these days, in these last days, because we sin. And we probably break our oaths, break our promises, but that's we shouldn't. You understand? That's not what we're going to teach. We need to strive for perfection. Let's read.
Verse 34. But I say unto you, swear not at all.
Swear what?
Swear not at all.
Read.
Neither by heaven, for it is the Most High's throne.
Read.
Nor by earth, for it is His footstool.
Read.
Neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King.
Read.
Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black.
So what Christ is telling us? Christ is telling us, don't even swear, man. Don't swear by this. Don't swear by that. Don't swear at all. Right? What Christ is telling us. Verse 37.
Okay. Verse 37. But let your communication be yea, yea.
But let your what?
But let your communication be yea, yea.
Read.
Nay, nay.
Read.
For whosoever is more than these cometh of evil.
So Christ is saying, just keep it 100. Just keep it real with yourself.
Right.
Don't go there. If you can't keep your oath, don't swear to yourself. Just say yourself, just tell yourself, look in the mirror and say, you know what? I need to cut out this and work on it. Yeah. Don't make an oath to the Most High, knowing, especially if you're something that you're trying to cut off and you know you're weak to it, don't make that oath with the Most High. Because you will break that law. You will break that commandment. Christ is giving us advice to just don't even swear unto your head. You can't make any of your hairs black or white. Don't swear to Jerusalem because that's their own place. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it real. I'm gonna bring it down to the terms of this world. Yes, brother?
So if you don't want you swearing by Jerusalem, he don't even want you swearing by heaven. Definitely don't swear to the Most High.
Of course not.
So Christ magnified the law and not did away with it. Christ was teaching us to be even safer, to be more perfect with keeping the laws of God.
Come to be real with yourself. To be real with yourself. And what was Minister saying earlier? If you can't get yourself right, how are you trying to teach the others to keep the law, statutes, and commandments? You know, if you there trying to swear to the Most High's name, not knowingly, but I was going to say, you know you swear to the Most High name falsely, but you making an oath with the Most High and you breaking it, but nobody knows that except you and the Most High, but you on the other hand trying to tell people, you need to keep this, you need to keep that. You going off. That's why Christ said, you know what? Don't even swear. Swear not at all. He said, just let your communication be yea or nay. Yes.
Well, the precept showed us how the severity of oaths is in the sight of the Most High. Judges 11:30.
Okay.
31.
The book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 31.
30. And then...
You said 11 and 30?
Read
11
down.
and 30.
30 into 31 and then jump down to 34.
34?
Go ahead.
I got you. No, mister. This is the book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Most High, and said, if thou shalt withal fail, deliver the children of Ammon into my hands, then it shall be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering. So Jephthah, Jeff, huh?
He said
34.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to jump down to 34? Oh, okay. Jump down to 34. And Jephthah came to Mizpeh unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet with timbrels and with dances, and she was his only child, because besides her he had neither son nor daughter. Continue. Mm-hmm. And it came to pass when he saw her, that he rent his clothes and said, alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Most High, and I cannot go back. That's it? You want me to keep going?
That's the whole.
Okay, Con.
Yeah, so Jephthah had to sacrifice his own, daughter for a burnt offering to the Most High because he opened his mouth and said something in air he shouldn't have.
Right.
Right. So that's a good example.
So even in, I want to go back to 30. We started at 34.
Oh, 30.
Was it 34?
Yeah.
No.
No, verse 29. You want to go into the vow?
No, I want to read verse 30.
Okay. This is the book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 30. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Most High.
So the key to all of this is also going into the vow. When you vow something to the Most High, that's something that's very sacred between you and the Heavenly Father, right? And this is something that you should take very serious. If you say, hey, I'm making a vow, I'm not going to, drink anything from the fruit of the vine for 12 months or 2 years or whatever the case is, whatever your number is, you're not going to drink any wine or any strong drink like the captain was bringing out. Be rest assured to know that you're going to stand up and do that. Because if you don't, the Most High will call you on that vow. Everybody understand that? I mean, I would get going to numbers and go into the whole vow thing, but that's just something else. What are you going to say?
I got something that can explain what you're saying, mister, if you allow me to.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 5, 4, and 5 explains exactly what you're talking about.
Ecclesiastes 5, verse 4 through 5?
Ecclesiastes?
Yes, sir. In the regular book, Ecclesiastes.
Okay.
Chapter 5, verse 4 and 5.
All right. Right. The water. All right. That's a good precept. Go on. Go to the point. Read that out.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 4.
Go ahead.
When thou vowest a vow unto Yahweh,
right,
defer not to pay it.
You hear that? Defer not to pay it. When you making like you're making an agreement with somebody with your credit card. If you don't pay them, it's whatever. What are they gonna do? They gonna lock you up? They're gonna say, "Give me my money." They may put something on your credit, but you still walking around, right? Read that again out.
When thou vowest a vow unto Yahweh,
right,
defer not to pay it.
Right. Make sure you pay your vow, because the Most High, He's the power. He giveth life and He give death too also. He can give you life, He can take away life. You make that vow, you fall short, the Most High can come and get you right now. I thought. Credit card people can't come and get you like that, right? So you care less, right? Or your student loans, people got student loans, huh? All right, court fees, yeah. Go ahead.
For He have no pleasure in fools.
Right, the Most High say He have no pleasure in fools, read.
Pay that which thou hast vowed.
Pay what you owe the Most High, man. Everybody got that? All right. That is even includes when it goes to the shekel. Everybody know what the shekel is? Shekels. Money. You agree to say, you know what? I'm going to pay this amount, for the school. I'm going to give them $500 every month. When I get this money, I'm going to get the school $1,000. Then you get your money, and what happened? We don't see you no more.
Crickets.
Right, you hear crickets, and you drive around a nice car, you got rims. Come and show it off in front of us. I've seen people do it, man. Trust me, I've seen people do it.
This got to come out, man.
Hold on.
Got to.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow.
Better is it thou should have not vow. Read.
Than thou shouldest vow and not pay.
Everybody got that? Do not do it. Don't do it.
This is wise words coming from Solomon, man.
So that's what it's talking about.
All right.
Deuteronomy 2. Oh,
no, we're not going to go into.
No, we got a lot of more commandments to go out. Yeah. All right. Send it to me.
Straight up and plain now.
Yeah. That's it. Just go. All right. We're going back to Exodus. Right? Went into the Most High. Thou should not take the name of the Most High in vain, which led us into, making a vow, with the Most High, because you're calling on His name. Okay.
So we're going, Exodus chapter 20, verse 8.
All right, we're going to make this one simple, all right? We all should know this, right? Read.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Please remember that it's the Sabbath day. We got to keep it holy. What does holy mean?
Set apart.
Hold on. I didn't hear it. I usually hear it from the back of the room. What's holy mean?
Set apart.
Hold on. I'm not hearing nothing in the back. I'm not hearing nothing out of the tech room. What does holy mean? I guess I'm not hearing it. It must be going low back there.
The door must be closed.
Okay. All right. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Please remember. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
What if the Most High says 6 days he wants us to labor for him? And on the 7th day, do your own work. What if he switched it around? Swapped it.
They probably have a fit.
They ain't gonna have no fit. They ain't doing it, so they don't care. The only one that'll pass out will be us. How am I supposed to work one day, right? Get my labors in, and then 6 days go work for the Most High, right?
The word is perfect.
The Most High know we got to labor, we got to, we got to bring that bread in, we got to eat, right? The scriptures say, if you don't work, what happens? You don't eat. Okay.
Right. That's right. That's right.
That's right. Bring that out.
Bring it
out. Bring that out. That's right.
Prophesy.
There you go.
Confirmation.
Bring that out. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. Read. Verse 10.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Most High Yahweh thy power.
Uh-huh.
In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant,
right,
nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Right. So when we keep in a Sabbath day, we can't have people going, we got to, sometimes it's unfortunate. Sometimes this happens, but we can't have people like, going to work for us. Right? Because it says right here, the manservant and the maidservant. These guys are people that may work in your home. They may come to your house. You may have servants. Some people have servants. They come and clean and do things for you. Right? Nor the stranger that's within thy gate. So sometimes we have the stranger in there. The 7th day is the Sabbath. It's the rest. So they can work all throughout the week. But when the Shabbat comes, they're not allowed to work. See, Amalek, this so-called Jew, he off on the Sabbath. He closed the business down. He closed down. And a lot of times he leave the business open, running 7 days a week. And then you have you working like back again like a Hebrew slave. All right? Back to Egypt again. All right? So, as we growing in His Word and we starting our own businesses and we have things going, do remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Okay? You can be open on Sunday and you can work all the way till Thursday. And you'll have a complete 5-day week. All right? And if you have to have the people come in on Friday, make sure they're off by a certain time, 12 o'clock. So that way, or 12 or 1, so that way they can go and do the things that they need to do, prepare for the Sabbath. Everybody hear me? Okay. A lot of Amalek, some of them do it. And I noticed that most of the doctors and the physicians, they do that a lot, where they shut down the whole thing. Like when you go to them on Friday, if you're not there by 12, you finish. Yeah, you finished. They close on Friday.
Yeah, I used to work for Amalek. You got to get your check Friday before 12 p.m. or you finished.
Oh, you finished, huh?
Yeah, you won't. If you don't go get your check or he'll bring it to you, you ain't going to see Amalek after 12 p.m. That man gone.
Yeah. Yep. So that's it. So you got to remember the Sabbath day. He said, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, or thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. Read on.
For in 6 days the Most High made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is.
Right.
And rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Right. Give me Isaiah 58:13. I'm not going to go too much into the Sabbath day. Like I said, we've done classes that we can go into each commandment and bring out, and have like a 2-hour class on each commandment, So there's that much information in here, okay? So now we're going to the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 13.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 13.
Read.
If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day.
Right, so when it comes time to the Sabbath, that's when you got to put away your pleasures. Somebody name some pleasures for me. Captain.
Playing video games.
Ooh. Watch out, man. You know, cut a sharp one right here. Sharp now. You're getting too sharp.
Hey, my bad, video game.
Because, you know, a lot of times brothers get a breakdown. They can play the video game. Yeah, brother.
Coming on to your wife.
Coming on to your wife, yeah. That'll make you unclean. Right? When you said cooking food? Yeah, not supposed to cook food on the Sabbath, right? Go ahead. Anybody else?
Partying.
Partying. A party on the Sabbath. What about on the sister side? It's kind of quiet over there. I know the sisters are very quiet. Yeah? They didn't hear it. They didn't hear me? If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure. What's a pleasure? What's considered a pleasure? Shopping. Oh, yeah. Bring that out. Bring that out, boy. If Yashapar was here now, forget about it. Something she loved to do next to cooking. Shopping. But she don't do it on the Sabbath, right? Shopping. Man. If you see the deal, they give you the 1 day Macy's Day, 1 day sale. Come in. Come now between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. And what they do it right on the Shabbat. You be like, man, I saw that shirt. I wanted to get it. And it's right there on the Shabbat. You can't get it. Right? So
Esau,
he know what he doing.
He do our people dirty because they drop all the fresh Jordans Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Y'all Jordan heads know that sneakers that the best ones be coming out Saturday morning.
Yeah.
They try to come with that false doctrine, but it was the day for just that sale, so the Most High will understand.
Yeah, all right. Thou saith, as Yahweh Shai said, all right? All right? So, read on.
If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight.
That's very important. You got to call the Sabbath a delight. You should be happy. Anybody happy to be here?
God.
Anybody feel like, man, I don't really want to be here right now. Tired. I want to go home and eat my chicken and waiting on it. If your chicken is on your mind and you thinking about it right now, it's a Sabbath, you say, man, I can't wait for the Sabbath to be over because I'm about to get on.
I can't wait for break time.
Yeah. Or you can't wait for break time for the sandwich? Come on. That's fine. If you can't say, if you saying, I want to wait till I'm hungry, because the Sabbath day is a feast. God?
Brothers in the background, why he put another precept, man? Right. Trying to get to these Shabbat sandwiches.
Right.
I know it's out there.
Yeah.
I know
You must have touched something I know, Captain. You guys in here going wild up in here now.
No precept.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Going too far. Where Captain been at? Yeah. Stumbling, growling. All the way over here. Another precept. Right?
Sisters too be like, man, I'm trying to get to my fruits.
Right? Right. You cannot. We have our time for lunch. We will break and we'll have our feast as it is written. Right? So
lucky I posed the question for the last commandment. I was gonna say, what kind of work can you do on the Sabbath day? But I was like, you know what? I know minister trying to get through this.
Yeah. That's okay. We'll just talk about it. We'll talk about it because the time. But definitely, we always like to prepare the food and have it ready for the feast day, for the Sabbath. And because, that's what it is. The Sabbath is a feast day. So this is the time that, we should be happy that we're here. We should be gladful that we're here. We should be smiling. There should be no sad faces unless something happens. You know what I mean? Unless something happens. So, I know that things happen in people's life and may take them a little bit out of the spirit. But be joyful that the Most High is giving you another day here in this life, because a lot of us did not wake up this morning. Everybody got that? Right? And that gives praise all day, every day, that we woke up this morning and we're able to come to the Shabbat, because none of us are promised tomorrow. Come? All right, hallelujah. All right, read on that.
And call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Most High,
right,
honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words.
Right, so not speaking your own words. It's just talking about the words of Yah. Read on.
Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Most High, and I will cause to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Most High has spoken it.
Right, so we make this day a delight in the Most High to ourselves, and we doing the work of the Most High, and we being joyful in our King. And the Most High said, if we obey this commandment, that what? He was going to put us on high and give us the heritage of Jacob. The heritage of Jacob is Zion. Being back home in our land. You know, and not being able, not worrying about having to go to that 9 to 5 or 12 to 8 or whatever time you got to meet your slave master and work. That you be able to be there and worship the Most High and praise his name, and your children run freely in the streets, and you don't have to worry about somebody coming in a white van kidnapping them. Right? These are the things that, you know, that we pray for, right? Okay, so keeping the Sabbath day holy is important. Okay, we all, you know, sometimes we break the Sabbath, I myself, but we repent for what we do, and we try to do better. Everybody understand that?
God, I was say the same.
Yeah,
because it's hard for us, right?
Yeah, sometimes, you know, work may get you, or some kind of a job that you in may get you in a situation where may bring you into the Shabbat. You know, you gotta make sure you pray the Most High forgive you, but work on getting in a position where you don't have to do that. All right, so
like you guys always say, the Shabbat starts Friday night.
Right. Right, the Shabbat doesn't start Saturday morning.
Right. I know a lot of times spiritually or mentally, you know, we just finish work and we still think, you know, we still in that grace period, like, oh, you know, it's still not.
Right. But, you know, like I said, you know, we strive for perfection. So we're going to fall short sometimes. Repent, keep it moving. Dust yourself off. Don't put yourself down. The Most High truly knows your heart if you're sincere in the word of the Most High. All right,
your
work on
yea be
doing better.
yea and your nay be nay.
That's it.
You know what? I messed up.
Yeah.
Let me do better next week.
Try to work on it. Do better. All right. Go back. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to go. We can go into a lot of Sabbath scriptures, but not. Next one. This is a tough one right here. Yeah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 12.
Read that.
Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land, which the Most High Yahweh thy power giveth thee.
Right. A lot of times the people, we honor our mother and father through lip service. Right? You see a lot of times Esau come up with this day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. We know all this stuff is dealing with all kind of different wickedness, right? So people come up with Mother's Day, right? And what happens? All year round they curse their mother, call her all out her name, but the child of God, and then turn around Mother's Day and bring her flowers and Ma, happy Mother's Day. And the church said this is honoring your mother and your father. He said honor your mother and father. How long? He said honor your father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Most High that power giveth thee. So you have to honor your father and mother all your days. The word honor means what? Respect. A deep respect for your father and your mother. Now your mother or your father could be not in the truth. Could be all out wicked, all outdoors. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. Well, one brother showed me his father. He dressed up for the holiday, right? And I'm saying, damn, he going hard on the left hand side, but that's still his father. You know, if he's telling him to do something that's against Torah, he say, you know, I love you and I respect you, but that's something that I can't go against my King, my Lord, right? But it's still his father. Okay. That don't mean you go out there and you call him a demon and you cast lots on him, you throw bricks at him and you stone him. That's still your Abba. No matter what. You know what I mean? He may be going off. You can teach him if he's willing to listen. You could try to wake him up, right? Because right now he's asleep. You could try to wake him up. Your mother, your father, doesn't matter who it is. You can try to wake them up, but you can't dishonor them. You can't do that. But the scriptures tell us. Let's get one verse on this. You got one? I know I got one.
Nah, we'll get yours.
Okay. What you got?
Matthew 15.
Okay. All right.
Straight to the point.
Matthew 15. Let's look at that. Let me see what you got on. Matthew 15 and 1.
And 4.
15 and 4?
Yeah. I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 4. For Yahweh commanded, saying,
what did he say?
Honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
Right. So he said, honor your father and your mother, and if you don't, let him die. He ain't sugarcoat nothing. You're going to be put to death. You do something wicked like that. And I've seen people out there actually have like fist fights with their mother and father.
Oh, yeah.
They go down. They throw down. They throw down.
They smoke a blunt together and they start fighting.
They fight. They drink together. They get drunk. Mother goes out with the daughter. Oh, the daughter is dancing all over the place. The mother dancing. Get him, girl. You know? Cheering them on, and then they turn around. They fighting the next day. When Mother's Day come, Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
The same man.
Yeah, you know they're doing that. This is a good one too, yeah. But I want to bring out one. Give me Ephesians 6 and 1.
Oh, yeah. I had that one.
You had that one. Okay.
I got it for you, right?
Okay. I want to make a point with this one. This is very important.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 1.
Read.
Children, obey your parents in the Most High.
You hear that? I'm talking to the children that's in the room. Y'all what's up? I know he can't talk right now, but
He's talking.
He talking, right? Probably. But hopefully the scriptures is going in his spirit. You know, his Abba's there taking care of him. He's good, right? But it says, children, obey your parents in the Most High. The children, we're talking to the children. We know, we hear you in the other room. We talking to the children. Obey your parents. Everybody got that? I ain't talking about y'all. I said the children. The children need to say con. Children? Con. Thank you. Yeah. Obey your parents in the Most High. Read.
For this is right.
Because that's what's right. Read on.
Honor thy father and mother.
Read.
Which is the first commandment with promise.
You see that? That right there give me chills. That's the first commandment with promise. What is promise? He gonna kill you. That's deep right there. The Most High say he promised, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, he promised that he gonna let you live. Your days may be long upon the land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
The same thing though.
Yeah.
If you do the opposite of that, you gonna die.
You gonna die. You gonna die. Right?
I see what y'all doing.
Right. He said that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. Right? It's our first commandment. He said with promise. Right. He promised. If you do well, if you do it, okay, I got you. You live long on this earth. But man, if you go against your mother and your father, forget about it.
That's right.
Your days are numbered. Yes, Ariel.
And another commandment that falls under this law would probably be 1 Timothy 5:1, where it says you treat an elder as a father.
Oh man, you're going deep now. You're going too deep now. I don't want to go there. Right? Yeah, you don't want to go. You don't want to break those commandments when you disrespect the elders. You know what I mean? You know, and you go against your father, because these are when you go into like the father and the elder figures. Remember, they one and the same. All right. So these are things that are very important to the Most High, because they are the head of the order. And if you're breaking the head of the order, which he set up, then you don't care about nobody. Pretty much. Right? So the Most High, he's very direct. Right? He said that's the first commandment with promise. Promise that, yeah, you'll live a long time if you do the work of the Most High and obey your parents, right? And honor them. But if you don't, you finished. I mean, I could give many more scriptures on this. But like I said, that's another class. We will be working on those classes soon. Coming to Treasure Coast near you. All right? Let's go back. Let's get Exodus 20 and 13.
God. This is the book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 13. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt not murder.
Right. So I know I read it as it is written in the Hebrew. But here it says, thou shalt not kill. Okay? So just to make it simple, give me the law on murder. And then we'll just talk about it real quick. So thou shalt not kill. So a lot of times people, and you see in other nations, even other nations, you know, a lot of times when people, they become like maybe vegans or they become vegetarians and they don't eat no meat, they don't eat no animals. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times they say you shouldn't kill the animal, right? Or you shouldn't eat from the animal. Yeah. They got people make a whole religion out of the damn thing, right? Serious. But here in the Torah, here in the commandment, the Most High say, thou shalt not. And the word there in Hebrew is murder. Right? Because we can't go and I got an ish with you and I go get my gun and I come and kill you. I can't do that. Right? And we had to kill, the word kill, we had to kill to eat. So like what? We had to kill the lamb during the Passover? No. Right, the lamb for the Passover. Right? And also we had to do the sacrifices. So we had to kill the bullock. So these animals we had to kill. We have to kill to eat. So the word kill here is actually murder. Thou shalt not murder. You find it here? No.
I got one.
I think it's a...
Number?
Is it Numbers? What is it?
I want a Numbers.
Go ahead, what is it? It's one of Leviticus, right? What is it? 1918, yeah. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. It's very simple, right to the point. 1918? Where you going with that? That's not it.
No, that's not it. Let me read this one.
That says that. But it says that you can kill, whoever kills someone should be killed. Murder someone.
Go ahead. What you got?
Read what I got?
Yeah.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 16. And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death.
Right. So the Most High said, you murder, then you being a murderer, you're gonna be put to death. Right? Everybody got that?
God.
A life for a life. So if you kill somebody, the Most High putting you to death. All right. So if you don't want to die, don't kill nobody. All right? Very simple. Okay? So I just want to make sure
I have a question. Go ahead, bro.
Even in Esau's kingdom, you can't just go and kill somebody. But if you defend yourself,
right.
It's in self-defense,
Right. Piggybacking off Ariel. So
Let me back. You good, you good.
But
yeah.
I have the understanding that kill is when it's done righteously, like you said, killing the lamb, or if it was self-defense, that was killing. Murder is on the left-hand side, where I'm just going off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're right.
That's like the difference between kill and murder. That's my understanding of it.
No, it's true. I mean, when you murder somebody, it's like what they say, premeditated.
Yeah.
Right? You plan it. Or even not even. It could be the act of passion. You know, sometimes you walk in and you walk in a situation, and the situation ain't looking good, and you like, hey, wait a minute, what's this guy doing over here? And then you wind up taking the man out. Right? It's still murder, but the scriptures talk about that, you know what I mean? About a man being jealous over a woman and things like that. We're not going to go there. But, the scriptures tell us, thou shalt not murder. That's one of the that's the law. Yeah.
No, 24, Leviticus 24 and 17.
Was that it? Leviticus 24 and 17?
Yeah.
No, there's one. I can't find.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, the same thing like with that other one.
Yeah, same.
Leviticus 24:17. It says, "He that killeth any man shall surely be put to death."
Right.
Right. Read the next verse, 18.
And he that killeth a beast shall make it good. Beast for beast.
Right. So I go in Darren's yard and I see his dog out there and I say, you know what? I'm tired of this dog making all this noise. Bam, bam, bam. I got to buy him a new dog. That's the way it is, man. I got to make it right with him. I better hope it ain't one of them crazy, like expensive Pomeranian dogs and running around $2,000 dog. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, I got to replace it. I can't kill his dog and leave it plain. You know, I used to, I lived in Brooklyn, but I had family who lived in Staten Island. And it was a dog used to be barking all the time in the middle of the night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm to my barking. When people get out their car from shopping, it's like a pit bull too. And the people would, you know, like be coming out with their food shopping, and the dog would be come down and they'd be running scared. They run into the building, you know. And one day the dog was barking so loud, the guy yelled out the window, "Shut that dog up!" And the man said, "I don't know who dog it is." And somebody came downstairs, and that was it. Yeah, he let him have it. I think he emptied the whole clip. Yeah, it was. They said it was blood everywhere. My brother was blood everywhere. The fire department, everybody, like it was crazy. You know what I mean? But this, you know, in a situation like that, you know, a lot of times things become a pest to you. You know, you got to remember, you know, certain things are a pest. Like you may have a pest in your home and stuff like that. Those things you might have to. Those things you kill. Yes.
Well, if the dog's chasing you, you just swing it.
Oh no! If the dog chasing you, you know what I mean? I found out the other day. I went and made a deliver a package, and it was a dog. This guy was like, I don't know what he was, but he chased me. I didn't run, but he was behind the fence. But everywhere I went to go drop the box, he was right there.
It's a good dog.
Listen. You saying it's a good dog? The minister's still here. All right? About that, the yard is good, you know? So, that's not the only time, though. I went and delivered one to a doctor. I delivered a package to a doctor. It was a printer. And I went to go deliver the package, and I put it down on the ground. I just took a picture. I was getting ready to leave, and he opened up the gate for me to come in. But before he opened up the gate, I went to put the box down. 2 big, I don't know what they were, man, Rottweiler or something. They roamed, maybe the Doberman, I think it might have been Doberman. They 2 ran both together. His doors opened up automatically. And 2 of them just, and he said one word and they stopped. And they turned around, he said, "Come back." And they came back and ran in the house. And then he opened up the gate. I looked at him. You want me to come in now? Yeah. Is it?
I got a question. What about when Moses had to kill Israelites with Moab?
We'll talk about that in a minute. What you gonna say?
I was just gonna give you some self-defense for your dog journeys. You know, if you hit it right, dead on in the nose, it'll kill him instantly.
Okay. I got my stuff in my van, man. I'm ready to go. I got my. Yeah. I know. But you know what? It's a good thing. Maybe I need to strap it on. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I got my tomahawk in my van. I got 2 of them. So I need to take it out. That's the peace pipe. I got the sharp one in there too. Oh, what? I cut the hair off your arms with that. So if I hit you with it, something's coming off.
Gonna be peace after that.
Yeah. All right?
I don't know if that's legal, Karen.
Don't worry about that, Don't worry about that. But I got it. All right? Ain't rushing around. They're gonna come run up on me It's either the dog or me. The dog got to go, right? Beast go to the ground, but my spirit go back to Yah, con? All right, let's stay on track. Let's get on this one right now. This is a heavy-duty one. All right? I know a lot of you Israelites stumble on this one. But go ahead, read this out. Exodus chapter 20, verse 14. I got a few, we'll get a few precepts on this. Just, I don't need any. Me, I know, I think we got it. Go ahead,
This is the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 14.
Go ahead,
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Oh my gosh. This is a killer right here. This class, when I do this class, this is a 2.5 to almost 3 hour class. All right? But I'm going to hit 3 key points. That's it. And we're going to end it with that. Everybody got me?
Come,
All right. I don't need no help. I got it. Leviticus 20 and 10. Let's start there. Deuteronomy 22 and 22. And Deuteronomy 21 and 15. But we're going to go slow. All right? We're going to go slow. Leviticus 20 and verse 10. Let's get a little understanding on that.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10.
Okay.
And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife.
Right. So if you lay down with another man's wife, you know, I hear the stories. Yeah, what's the name? Craig wasn't doing it right, so I had to go in there and help the brother out. You know, if you go in there and deal with another man's wife, read.
Even he that committeth adultery
right
with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress.
So it's not just him and the one giving and the one receiving. He said both of them, the adulterer and the adulteress, read,
shall surely be put to death.
No, maybe.
Shall surely be put to death.
Might be.
Shall surely be put to death.
So the judgment for that is death. That wife belongs to the man. Right? You live with that woman, you make that woman your wife, that is your wife. You can't pawn her off like Esau do, lend his wife over to a homeboy over here, they go to the swingers club. You cannot do that, right? That is against Torah, that's against the Most High, that's against Yah, that's against Yahweh Shai, that's against all of that. Everybody got that? Deuteronomy 22 and verse 22.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband.
Right. See that? The woman has a husband. And you go and you lie with this woman. Right? Read.
Then they shall both of them die.
Mm-hmm.
Both the man that lay with the woman,
right,
and the woman. So shall thou put away evil from Israel.
Right. So remember, the adulterer and the adulteress, both of you are going to die. All right. I've seen this. I witnessed this at a young man, and I've seen, you know, my stepfather years ago drop his cousin off, and he said, "Hey, listen, where you going?" "Oh, I'm going to see the girl." You know, the woman that got a husband. You know, and he told him, "Why are you messing around with that white woman?" And he kept messing around with that white woman, and I was in the back seat. I'm just hearing the whole conversation. Then next year, you know, like a week later, my stepfather came in the house with tears and everything. He said, "Yeah, remember me and you went and dropped my cousin off? He's stupid. He's stupid." You know, I told him leave that woman alone. Said the man left out the house like he was going to work. And he must have known that something was going on. Somebody had their hand in the cookie jar. And he came back with a double barrel and shot that joker right there, killed him. Yep. Judgment happened right away sometimes. Sometimes it may take a long time. Leave the man's wife alone. Everybody got me? If a man come to you and complain about his wife, send the man and the wife over to me so I can deal with them in counsel. Con? Don't take it any matters in your own hand. Let me go talk to the woman because maybe she needs some spiritual help. We're going to go over scriptures at 11 o'clock at night. No. Ain't no scriptures coming out at 11 o'clock at night. Right? You going off. Okay? Do not do that. All right? You jeopardizing your salvation. Everybody understand that? And you don't want to do that. For nobody, woman or man. Okay? So, if you laying with the woman, she belongs to the husband, right? So now the most frequent question that I get whenever this topic comes up, I'm not staying here that long, but whenever this topic comes up, the most frequent question I get, well, what if the man is married and he goes sleep with a woman? Isn't that committing adultery? Did it say that there? No. Did it say the man was married to a woman? Let's get Deuteronomy 21 and 15 now.
This is the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 15.
Read.
If a man have two wives.
How many?
If a man have two wives.
How can you have two wives and not be an adulterer? How is that possible? A lot of times the Christian church teach you that if you're a man, you have a wife, and you go sleep with another woman, you now commit adultery. I'm not saying sleeping with another woman makes that your wife. Actually, it makes it fornication. When you take on another wife, meaning that you're going through a counsel of how you got the first wife, you're getting the second one. And the first one know about the second one. Ain't no secrets here. Everybody understand that? There's a letter, there's documentation, there's all of that. What you did for the first, you got to do for the second. You can't just do one and sneak it off with the other one. Everybody understand that? Because a lot of times people think, oh yeah, the man, if he go live with the woman, that's his wife. No, I know a lot of men who go out there and sleep around with women and that ain't their wife. They're just sleeping around with them and commit fornication. Right? Fornication is what? An unlawful sexual act. So if you have a sexual act with somebody, that's your wife. You need to make her your wife. You need to say, yo, listen, we need to go through these steps, get counsel, and so I can make it official. You are my wife. I'm not saying go down to Esau's court, go get his licenses, all his foolishness, right? We have all that stuff here. We have everything you need. One-stop shop right here. Right here. You ain't got to go far. Right? So you don't go out there as men and just sleep around with women. We don't do that. Right? Men in the world do that. Go sleep around with women. We don't sleep around with women. Okay? When we take a woman on, that is our wife. She belongs to us, and we are responsible for these women. So I tell you, don't do it. You're going to take fire in your bosom, go right ahead. Right? So a lot of times we live in this world, a lot of us are not ready to handle that. But if you go back home to our homeland, there's brothers over there who got 3 and 4 wives. And they're living fine. Right? But let somebody tell you here that something is wrong with that. They don't say something is wrong. They get on it so hard about a man having more than one wife. But when a woman has more than one husband, you don't hear them say nothing. Yeah, they make a video about it.
Shows.
They make shows about it. Right? They do these things. When a man marries another man, they go, oh, wow, they're such a nice couple. Right? Yeah. They put that on high when 2 men come together or 2 women come together. They raise that on high. But soon something that is written right here in the Bible, righteous, if the man take another woman, oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's this. Oh, you get all this fight back, all this pushback. But as soon as 2 men marry each other, oh yeah, they're great together. And the women in this world, they say, what? That's my best friend. So, we should be mindful what we say. Okay? Especially when it's come out of Yah's will. Because one day, and I'm telling you, it's coming soon, one day we're going to have a guest up in here. And he going to be sitting here and going to be about 2 or 3 of them over there. Because I know a few brothers in this truth. Okay? So, if they come and visit, don't be surprised. This is God's will. I'm not doing it, but I tell you, be right. Scripture say, be honest with one another. There's no secret marriages. Okay, there's no like you got a magic hat and you pull a rabbit out of a hat, pull a wife out of a hat. Oh yeah, this is my rib. Who is that? Where did she come from? These things don't happen like that. When you read in the scriptures how we dealt with women, we dealt with them when we got with them. They knew who they were. They knew their position. Look at Jacob. Jacob provided everything for this woman. He had 4 wives. They actually provided for him, if you really look at it. And I think if everybody say, oh man, he was blessed, he had these women. I think it was the other way around. I think the women were blessed, being he's the one that's being really used up. They was calling him, come to this tent. You got to go over there. You got to do this. You got to do that. So imagine as a man, you got to take care of the field. You got to do all this stuff. And then you got 4 women that you got to take care of. That cat must have been agile. He must have been in good shape. And he must have been very tired. Y'all laughing. That's real talk. The man did a lot of work. He wasn't sitting around like some of these dudes. Oh, yeah, I got 3 wives, but they playing video games. Come on. Right? Yeah, the mandrakes, right. Trade off the mandrakes. He's over there this night. He's over there that night. He's over here. And then he's got to take care of everything else. He got the manservant, he got the maidservant. He got people all over that's got to take care of things. He got to be on top of all this stuff. And on top of he have women. You think that was easy?
So if anybody should be complaining, it's him.
Right. He should be the main one complaining. But you never heard a peep out of him?
Exactly.
He just praised his name and kept it moving. So I'm not being an advocate of men getting these wives. No, please. Please. The scriptures say counsel before every enterprise. You thinking about doing it, you need to let me know. If you're thinking about it, you need to talk. We need to get into that. One more verse. I don't think we finished this. No. Read that real quick, and then we'll get Matthew. Let's see what Yahweh shall say about adultery.
Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 15.
21, verse 15. Go ahead.
21, verse 15. If a man have 2 wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated.
Okay, this is going into that was it on it. This is going into being a firstborn, the one loved and the one hated. A lot of times people think because the one that's loved, he may have been the secondborn, right? And the one hated might have been the firstborn. But that doesn't mean when it comes to the heritage and then things getting passed down, the one that's hated, he's got to get it. The firstborn must get their heritage or whatever, if you have life insurance or whatever you got going on. They must get it. Everybody understand that? So that's what this was going into. But I was just making an example that if a man, he has these 2 wives, just like Jacob have 4, right? And Abraham, I don't know how many he had, right? So I don't think nobody knows, but he had a lot, okay? These men, they were men of the Most High. They had their wives, but they did the work of the Most High. They never let them stop. Now, you know, when it came to Solomon, that was his downfall, right? So, you know, if you got a weakness towards women, you need to stay away. Stay with the one you got, all right? Everybody got that? All right, real quick, real fast. Give me Matthew 5, verse 27. Let's get on this real quick. Now we done dealt with the flesh. Now let's deal with the spirit of adultery. Anybody got me? Everybody hear me? All right, let's deal with the spirit.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27.
Read that.
Ye have heard that it was said.
What did it say?
By them of old time. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Right.
But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Right. So if you look upon a woman to take this woman, you know, and say, yeah, I'm going to take this woman to be my wife, you already committed adultery. You don't know if she's married or not. You don't know if she have a husband or not. right? You already lust after this woman. You're desiring, because when he said to look upon her and take her, right? And
Lust
a lot of
after.
times, huh?
Look upon her and lust after her.
Right. He said look upon her, and he said what? Lust after her. What is lust? Captain Marshall.
Design something you can't have.
Right. So obviously the woman that you're looking at does not belong to you. It belongs to someone else. You're desiring something that does not belong to you. Right? And now you're lusting over her, and now you desire to take us. This is in the spirit. That's why Yahushua, he said at one point, when they came to him, he already knew what they was coming to him about, because he read their thoughts. So that's why he coming in the spirit right now. He telling you, if you desire to be with this woman, you're going to fall into lust, right? You already committed adultery where? In your mind. In the spirit. Leave that woman alone. Everybody got me? Right? When a man has a wife, that's his wife. All the way into the end. Until he parts. When he parts and he's not here no more, then she could become, someone else's wife. But until then, she can't do it. Unless they sign papers, divorce, and they split within one another. I know I smell wood burning now. It's a lot. But I won't go there, because we have a few other commandments that I'm just gonna make mention and we'll talk about. But this one is a heavy subject, and I know sometimes people have questions. But if anybody got any questions before I move on to the next commandment, any question? I just try to make sure I'm clear. I don't want to offend nobody, you know what I mean? But this is what the word says. I don't teach out of my own spirit. I don't teach anything. I'm not going to hold back and tell you no, that you can't have another wife. No, you can't do this. Because we can't. If all the time when I say we can't, then we never can. Everybody understand? I always ask everyone, do they have anything? If not, you don't speak out now, you can ask me after the class is over. All right? Privately, and it's not a problem. Right? Trust me, this subject is very touching sometimes. All right? So now, we're going to go on to the next commandment, which is very simple. Read.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 15. Thou shalt not steal.
That's very simple. We just brought it out. We just went to that verse where it said about the beast. If you destroy the beast, you need to replace it. The Most High said, do not steal. Everybody got that? I don't think you need a precept for that. If you need a precept with that, I think we got a bigger problem.
I'll get a precept. I'll get a quick precept.
You want to get a quick precept for those who might need a precept, but they're not saying it?
Right.
Bring that out.
This falls under stealing.
Go ahead.
Leviticus 19, verse 13. The book of Leviticus 19:13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
Right. That's a good scripture right here that the captain pulled out. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, meaning that, you're a brother. You shouldn't try to get over your brother. Try to give him a 649.
Right. That's stealing.
Right. You're stealing from him. Right? If I tell Paul, man, listen, man, I know you're looking for a car, but I got this car, man. I'll sell it to you. It's $500. Is it running? Yeah, it's running. Then you go out there and start the car. Hey, minister, I want to start the car. The thing don't start. Minister, call me back. Right. And I block you or something. You know what I mean?
They ain't make them sign the papers.
Right.
As is.
As is, yeah. So, I stick him, I get to take his money. I can't rob my brother. I can't do that. Okay? So we shouldn't steal from one another. He says what? Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him, right? The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Meaning that's also talking about work. Now we know in this situation that sometimes we're not able to do that, but if you're in a position to do it, make sure that you fulfill it. If I hire and say, Darren, I need you to work on my car, my brakes are bad, this is bad, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And he work on my car, and I say, all right, thank you. And I drive off. Wait a minute. What you got going on? You all right? What I got going on? You know what I mean?
I got you next week. Oh,
Yeah, I got you next week. I got you 2 weeks from now. No, the scripture say, don't let the wages abide with you overnight.
Right.
That you need to be paid by the end of the day. See, during this time, we got paid every day. See, we so used to working out. Oh man, I get paid this week. I gotta pay this. I gotta pay that. I pay this. The Most High didn't set it up like that. When we finished the day, we got paid at the end of the day.
Right.
Our boss, our people that we work for today, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Straight up, I don't give a damn who they are. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? Because they're supposed to pay us at the end of the day.
That's what the law says.
That's what the law says. Right, sisters? That was a low con. All right, con. I heard that con. All right, at the end of the day, you're supposed to get your check or get your money.
You know that some people, you got to pay them at the end of the week. They may
not come back?
They might spend they might not come back, or they're going to spend all their money.
Or they're going to get white boy wasted and then don't show up the next day at work? Yeah. You know,
I know in those days, they put, that same day they get paid, they put a little bit in here, and then get your food for the day, whatever you got to use for that day here. Bang. You know? That day, in those days, you really got to be good with managing your money.
Yeah.
If you get paid every day,
you be finished. Oh, yeah. Well, they do that now because they have the labor pool. You know, some people work there, the labor pool. If you go there, you sign up, and they pay you for the day. I think they pay you they pay you every day, every day? Like, not you, but I'm just saying.
They pay every day.
They pay every day still? Okay, yeah. At the end of the day, today you're going to make $150. Okay. So at the end of the day, you make your $150. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think
I know they 150. I know they 150.
The people that be setting up the fairs, I think they get paid daily too.
Oh, the people
they give them like a check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you got to cash it that same day. I remember because I did it one time.
Okay.
I did it for like a week. South Florida Fair.
Yeah, it's going on right now. South Florida Fair. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Going crazy right now.
Hey, yeah.
All right, so
that's stealing.
16.
This is the book of Exodus. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Oh my gosh. So I think we just read Leviticus 19, fraud that brother. But yeah, go ahead. I know you got something. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll just get it.
Yeah, get it.
It's going to be in the next portion, but we'll read it now.
Go ahead.
Exodus 23, verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
Oh my gosh. Hold on now. Where you at? 21 in?
23 and 1. 2 chapters.
Exodus 23 and 1.
Yeah.
All right, read that again.
Read it again. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report.
Now remember what I told you. Thou shalt not. That's a direct law. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Right? Meaning that, don't cover for nobody. Right? Don't like give a false report and say, yeah, I know I saw Taz steal those cookies out the refrigerator. Right? Not the cookies, right? No. But you saw Taz stealing somebody. Oh, I saw him stealing the car. But you ain't really see him. You can't do that. Right? You can't lie on somebody. It's really lying, going into lying. A false report. And read on.
Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
Right. Put not thine hand with the wicked to
be my alibi?
Yeah, be the alibi. Yeah, you going out there, check, that's another good one. Let's go back to the other commandment that we talked about, the one with adultery. Now your boy is going out to go commit adultery with some chick, and he come to you and say, yo, my car broke down, but I didn't go meet up with the girl. You know that girl. What girl? You know the girl I'm talking about? The one, the husband, he not home, he a truck driver here on the road. I'm supposed to go over there and be with her. You what? And you want my car to go out and commit adultery? You ain't getting my car. Sorry, son. Right. And you ain't getting me to do no down with no unrighteousness. You can't do that. Everybody got me?
Or you know the brother committed or sister committed murder,
right?
And she tell you, you know, when the cops come, knock on your door.
Yeah,
tell them I was here with you.
You, right?
You was watching Netflix,
right?
You an unrighteous witness. There's a lot of unrighteous witnesses out there. These people wicked as hell, man.
Yeah.
And like when Susanna, the two dudes who's like he said that Susanna did this and did that, then the other one put his hand with this unrighteous witness, and he tried to bear the same false witness on Susanna.
Okay. I'm not sure what story you're talking about.
Yeah. Talking about the prophet for Susanna.
Oh, story of Susanna?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, yeah. So, read the next verse, because that's my favorite, one of my favorite. Okay. Read the next one.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Right. So, you know, if you see somebody celebrating Christmas, celebrating different holidays, don't follow them because they're doing it. Don't follow a multitude to do evil, right? Okay, that was it. Let's go back. Let's finish up 17. There's another one right here.
It's the book of Deuteronomy 20, verse 17.
Read this. This is a killer right here.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Stop right there. Go ahead, read it again. Just finish it out. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Right.
Nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Right. So now, thou shalt not covet. What does it mean to covet something?
To desire.
Right. Very good. To desire something. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. So I go over Darren's house, and I say, oh, wow. It's a nice house, right? And the first thing I say, you want to sell it? What do you mean how much we talking? That's not the answer. You know, the answer should be, you know, I rebuke you, right? Because you're going off. Did I have a for sale sign up there? Right? I go over to the elder's house. Hey, elder, you got a nice house. How much you want to sell it for? Right? Or they say, or you pull up in the car. Ahrahyahla got his new car. I said, damn, Ahrahyahla, that's a nice car. How much you want to sell it for me to? I'll buy it. I got cash. A lot of people do that all the time. They don't even know they got a covetous spirit on them. You know what I mean? Yeah. We catch them all the time, even in the truth. Yeah, you want to sell it? Come on, man. What you got going on? What's the next one say? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Now, you see the man, he got a beautiful wife? Oh, man. That's a nice wife you got there. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, what you doing with her? What kind of question is that? You're going off. Leave the man wife alone. It says, manservant, his maidservant, his ox or his donkey, not anything that is thy neighbor. So the ox and the donkey, what would that cover? Like your car. Because a donkey is used for traveling. You can use donkey for traveling.
Pets.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I like your dog. You selling them? Come on, man. Every time you turn around, our people all do that all the time. I think irk my nerves, man. Yeah, the first thing I tell them, I said, do you see for sale on there? What you got?
No. Oh, no, not yet. Okay. Nah, when I got that, remember I had that white Nissan Maxima?
Yeah, the white, yeah. That's
98?
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got it. I told a friend of mine, it's Sibby at night. And he's like, damn, man, sell me the car. I literally just got the car.
Right.
Sell me the car, man. I could use that for some good gas mileage. So I was like, why you not shopping around for another car that's good on gas mileage? Why you waiting for me to get my car to tell me that? What the hell?
Yeah.
That thing.
Man, I'll tell you.
I just bought the car, man.
But if we did want to capitalize on it, we can do so, or must we rebuke him?
If you want to capitalize on...
Yeah, like, you know how he just bought the brand new car, and he's like, hey, sell it to me. I was like, all right, well, give me an extra $5,000.
No, that's not what we do. That's not what we do. We need to rebuke that spirit because he didn't have a for sale sign on there. Right? And you're desiring to have something that belongs to him. Right? That's like looking at somebody's wife and say, man, she's beautiful. And why are you with her? I got money. I can give her the best life. You damn got her working in a dollar store. What does that have to do with you? Right? If I want my wife working in a dollar store or Walmart, that's where I want her to work at. It's my wife. Who are you? You know what I mean? So, you know, we got to understand that when things belong to somebody, they belong to the Most High. Said, listen, thou shalt not covet, man. Don't bother to covet something that belongs to somebody. It belongs to them. It's their ownership. Now, if it's something's going wrong with it, it's falling apart, or maybe you need to, your car is falling apart. Maybe I can help you with it. That's one thing. You offering help from to fix his car to get it better, so it can be better for him. But if you up there saying, yeah, well, let me take this off your hands, man. He's having a lot of trouble with it. I'll buy it from you. No. That's not the spirit. You know what I mean? If he's willing to let it go and he tell you, man, the car give me too much trouble, I just want to sell it and get rid of it. Okay, you want to sell it? Then sell it to me. Then that's opportunity to say, yo, you know, I'll buy it from you. Right? But not just you to see it sitting there and now you saying, yo, what you doing with that thing, man? You wasting time. I'll give you the money now. It belongs to him. Everybody got that? You can't do that, man. That's a covetous spirit. It's a scripture in why am I forgetting? That's one of my favorite scriptures in Romans.
In Romans?
Yeah.
Is this 13 and 9? No. Is it 7 and 7? Check 7 and 7. I was just looking at something in Romans. Oh, okay. I got 2 precepts for you.
What you got? You got something in Romans?
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last night, somebody called me and asked me about buying my TV, and I told him not on the Sabbath. And you think I should rebuke him though? Tell him to keep my TV?
Listen, man.
Why he offering you? That's what I want to know.
I got sale.
Are you selling the TV?
No, I just don't use it.
Well, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, that was it. I'm sorry. That was Romans. I'm sorry. Give me Romans 7, verse 7 real quick. Give me Romans 7, verse 7. Real quick scripture on from. When did we end this? What's the last verse? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Romans 7, verse 7.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 7.
Read that.
What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
So Paul said what? What shall we say then? Is the law sin? Read.
Yahweh forbid.
Right. Most High forbid. No.
Nay, I had not known sin.
Yeah, not known sin, but what?
But by the law. For I had not known lust.
You not known what?
Lust.
Read.
Except the law has said.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt not covet.
Right. He didn't know lust until the law had told him what? He took in the law, thou shalt not lust. So covet and lust, they mean the same thing. Right? Because lusting is what? Desiring something you can't have. Covet is covering that you want something, you desire something you can't have. Has the same meaning. 2 different words, but the same meaning. Right? So we cannot lust after something that does not belong to. We can't lust at all. Period. We can desire to have something. Hey, I want a house. Or you see a brother, he got a nice car, he got a nice house. You say, oh man, that's a nice house, man. You know, I would like to have a house like that one day. Well, how did you get there? You know, how did you get to that position where you're able to get this house? And, you know, you could ask some steps on how to get a house like this, but you can't desire his house. Sell me your house. No. That's a covetous spirit. Yeah. You can't do that. Right? And there's a lot of things going into the law concerning, you know, selling a house and buying a house and buying property and things like that. But that's like a whole nother subject. Okay? Are we finishing the whole chapter? 23. Up to 23?
Oh, up to 23. Okay, come.
Okay.
Let me just read these 2 precepts real quick. Let's do a couple of things.
Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 13, verse 5.
Oh, Hebrews 13, verse 5. Oh, that sounds familiar. Go ahead.
Let your conversation be without covetousness.
Right.
And be content.
And be what?
And be content.
Right. Let your conversation be without covetousness. You know, a lot of times people, even in conversation, they be like, damn, you know, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this. You know, they desire to have all these things that doesn't even belong to them. Right? They have that covetous spirit in them. Read.
And be content with such things as ye have.
Right. You should be content with the things you have, man. You got to think about that. You know, it's a blessed thing that, you know, that you can have a place that you can come home to, and when it rains, it don't get wet. When you don't get wet. You got a bed to sleep in. You got a roof over your head. Right. You got food in your belly. Being content. A lot of times our people are not in content. That's a problem. And they desire to have these damn 7-bedroom house, and it's just you in there. Right? 7-bedroom, I'm trying to move the whole tribe in there. That's true, yeah. If I living up here in a 7-bedroom house, man, it'd be on. Y'all should probably be on my case. What's all these Israelites doing in here? I got to cook all this food? First thing she thinking about, right? Right? So, even our conversation, you know, again, be covetousness, right? Read on.
For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee.
Right. The Most High said what? He will never leave us and he will never forsake us. He will never forsake us, those that are doing the work of the Most High. Everybody got that? All right. We're doing the work of the Most High. He will not leave us or forsake us. All right. We got another one?
Yeah, one more. That's quick.
Okay.
Luke 12 and 15. Which falls along the lines with Hebrews.
Mm-hmm.
Luke 12, verse 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness.
Mm-hmm.
For a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth.
Right. So take heed and beware of covetousness. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good precept. Right. A man's life consists not of the abundance of what he has, man. That don't mean anything. You can't take that stuff with you. Right? Because you drive an expensive car and you got a house where you have these different things, that don't mean anything. Right? These things doesn't mean anything. The Most High said that what? For us to be in content with what we have. Right? Now, if you can get more, if you can do more, you can do better, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, Most High not putting a limit on what you can do, but, you know, don't let that get you high-minded, that you have all these possessions and now, you like you're untouchable or something. Right?
I don't want to say it's a rule.
Right.
I heard people say, if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it.
That's the rule, huh? If you can't buy it twice,
don't buy it at all.
Don't buy it at all, man. That's something to think about. Yeah, you go broke. Yeah. So these are these commandments are here for our learning, right? I want to get one precept before we read on.
Mm-hmm.
Because we went over the 10 commandments, we went over some precepts. I want to go over what Yahweh Shai said. Give me Mark 12 and 29. All right.
What's the other precept for covetousness? Hebrews 13:5. It was another one.
Romans 7 and 7.
Okay.
But I would have pulled Deuteronomy 5 and 21 after that, but we were already in the commandments already. So we didn't need to go back to Deuteronomy. We need to go back to the law. We were already in the 10 commandments. Read that, Mark 12 and 29.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 29.
Read.
And Yahushua answered, and Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments is,
right.
Hear, O Israel,
mm-hmm.
The Lord our power is one power, one
right.
out of one.
Right.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment.
Right.
And the second is like, namely this,
mm-hmm.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these.
Right. So why I went here is because these are the two greatest commandments. When you read the first one, he said the first commandment is what? What's the first commandment? Love the Most High with all your heart and all your soul, right? And all your strength. That is the first 4 commandments that we went over today. The first 4. Everybody got me? And the last 6 is what? He said the second is like namely this. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Because when you go into the last 6 commandments that we read, starting from honor thy father and mother all the way down, the last 6, those are concerning me and you. Those are concerning the commandments that are between us two. That's the commandment that we are love thy neighbor as thyself. Everybody got me? Loving the father and mother, that's your neighbor. Loving, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, that's loving your neighbor. Don't do these things to your neighbor. Right? That's why Yahweh Shai said that. He said, and the first is like this, love the Most High with all your heart. And second, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So that's what we should be doing, loving our neighbor. How we show we love our neighbor? By keeping the commandments with our neighbor. That we don't commit adultery, we don't steal with him, we don't covetous with him, we don't do these things with our neighbor. Everybody got me? So that's what Yahweh Shai was referencing. And when he read 29, he said, "Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power is one." That come out of Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Remember, the New Testament wasn't written, so he was reading straight out of the Torah. That's what we read every day when we set up the 12 tribes. When we face each one, we call on Shemai. Shema Yasharella, Yahweh, Ahrahyahla, Yahweh Kad. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh's our power, Yahweh's one. That's what we're saying. Mark 12 and 29. That's what he said in the Hebrew. Everybody got me? That's what he was telling the Pharisees. Because this is who he's talking to. He gave them their Shemai. Okay? All right. So let's go back. Let's finish up this chapter, and then we're going to end it with that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 18.
Right.
And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off.
Right.
And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not Yahweh speak with us, lest we die.
You hear that? So right away, now they want to hear Moses right now. Before, what they called him last time? Oh, this Moses, right? Because he done went up there, disappeared, came back down. They said, oh, this Moses, right? Like he's some joker or something, right? But now they say, oh, Moses, we believe everything you're saying. We'll talk to you. We don't want to deal with him, right? Because the fire come out of heaven, and they would burn them up right there. Finish. See, back then, you sin, and, you could get stoned, or you sin too much, the Most High might just tell Moses, move out the way, I got it. Right? That's when you really hit home. Right? It'd be just a puff of smoke right next to you. Finish. Right? As Benjamin would say, bun them up. Bun. Fire bun. That's it. Most High don't play around. What did he say when he said, put the lamb on the door, right? When we left out of Egypt. He said, put the lamb on the door, right? Put the lamb's blood on the door. Why?
So that the destroyer.
So who come? The destroyer. They ain't no somebody that's nice. He ain't come to bring no cakes, no pecan cakes, pie. He come and destroy and kill.
And after you post the blood on the post, after you put the blood on the post, you can't come outside.
That's right.
Until the next morning.
That's right. You're supposed to move out the way. When the Most High's wrath coming, you got to move out the way, and you get caught in the crossfire. Like Jake in the Hood, how you be spraying up everybody, and people get caught up in it. You gonna get caught up. And the first thing you get up there, you gonna say, "What happened? I was supposed to be down there." And the Most High said, "You was in the way." Don't that happen? Don't that happen? I know, as having a man in the house, I know when I was in the house, I gave somebody a spanking. Whoever's in the way.
Everybody getting it. Everybody getting it.
I'm just saying. What? Listen, no. If I'm swinging at one and you in the way,
you get it.
Sorry. But you in the way of the wrath. Most I stay out the way of the destroyer. I'm coming in there.
Why are you hitting me? You in the way.
You in the damn way. Move out the way.
Minister, but even if they had blood on their window. If they're caught outside.
Finish. Finished. Most I give you instructions. Stay inside. Right? Listen, man. That's the way it is, man. When you go in there, you go and start the spanking, I get the belt.
You see that belt come out? Everybody running.
Move out the way. Because you will get it. And trust me, my wife, the dog, the cat, everybody got it once, at least. My son ran, and the cat was there, and I swung, the cat, you know? That's right. My wife said, you hit me. I said, you was in the way. Move out my way. Then later on, she got problems. She got issues. I don't understand why you had to hit me. You ain't understand? So if you run out in the middle of the street, right, and let's say you walking across the street and a car come in and hit somebody, right, and you standing right next to him. If you standing next to him, is the car not going to hit you? Right? Is the car going to wave and say, well, I'm going to take this person out because that's the person I was trying to hit? No, it's an accident. Car hits somebody, you crossing the street, you crossing with them, you get caught in the crossfire. Or you move out the way. Figure it out. Sorry, in my house, they weren't playing that. My mom threw the broom, the dustpan, the shoe, the frying pan, whatever it come. It might hit me, bust me in the head, and hit my brother. And then he might get hit. He be like, I ain't had nothing to do with it. We're using a crossfire.
You in the war, you shoot an arrow at somebody, and
yeah.
You jump in front of the arrow, what do you think gonna happen?
Listen, Most I said, move out the way. That's what he said. That's right. And there's other scriptures that talk about that too. When the wrath of the Most High come down, you got to move. Get out the way, You will be a casualty of war. Everybody got me? All right. People laughing and joking.
He said all the Levites step forward.
Don't start with that with the Levites, Them Levites are something else, man. They got a spirit on them, huh? Right when Moses come down and tell them, those of you who want to be with me and keep the commandments with Yah, come on this side. And they said all the Levites came. They ain't said nothing about the Benjamites. And they ain't said nothing about the Gadites. They ain't said nothing about the Reubenites, the Judites. Nobody. Levi knew what time it was. They woke up. They were like, they was in on the party, joining themselves. They was like, whoa, wait a minute now. We going off. We got to get on this side. We know what time it is. We Levi, we gone. And all them jokers came over and left all the rest of us out there. That's a crying shame. All right, finish it up. But you see, they don't want to deal with the Most High. They want to deal with Moses. Because the Most High shook that mountain, that lightning, that thunder, and then shaking, the ground shaking and everything. And people say, oh, no, we deal with Moses, man. Now he's not this Moses no more. Now he's the great Moses now. Right? Read on.
Verse 20. And Moses said unto the people, fear not, for Yahweh is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not.
Right. So the Most High is coming to what? To prove you. Right? Are you worthy of this thing? Most High is coming to correct you, to show that you better show that fear with him. Or judgment is coming. Read.
And the people stood afar off.
Right.
And Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where Yahweh was.
Right.
And the Most High said unto Moses, thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold.
Right. Don't do it. Don't make those gods of silver and gold. Read.
That's it.
Well, that was it. Right. 23. Yeah. Hallelujah. Get the Most High hand. All right. We took a little while to finish up, but, hallelujah. We finished. We got through the portion. Yeah, it was a good portion, man. Always we reach up to here to the 10 Commandments is always great and it's wonderful. This is riveting, man. Just to hear the word and go through these scriptures and have the Shabbat day in peace. I don't see how can you leave this and go out there. That's like you having a steak dinner with mashed potatoes and vegetables and a nice glass of wine, and you go out to and say, I don't want this. I want a shrimp dinner. You going off. You want the scavenger of the sea. You know, you want pig feet. You know what I mean? What you got going on? Right. You know, you got the best of the best, steak and everything, and now you want all this garbage food. Right? This is the food for life, man. The everlasting water. The well is here, man. So we got to remember that, you know, we were out there in that park when that thunder, we heard that thunder crash down, and we heard that, and we saw that lightning, and we saw the smoke from the lightning. We don't want no smoke from the Most High. Con? All right. So do remember your commitment, you know what I mean? Do remember your vow that you make. You say, you know, you'll give generously, donate to LOZ Treasure Coast. Those of you that are online, you can't make it here. You could come here. You could worship with us. Get in contact with all the brothers, and what's the name? And we'll get in contact with you and let you know where we're located at. You know, we're located in Port St. Lucie, right off of Port St. Lucie Boulevard. We're in the area of the Treasure Coast, so we're here to keep the Shabbat with anybody that wants to dwell with the light of Zion. All right. So. Right, and I mentioned the CashApp, $ DLOZ Treasure Coast. And please do remember to give generously, Because I know you was giving when you was in a Baptist church and the preacher fall out and he start telling you, you know, shall a man rob God, right? You don't want me to get that scripture, all right? You don't want me to get Malachi on you, all right? So make sure that you are sending in, you know, your commitment. And there's schools popping up all over the place. We have Augusta, Georgia. We have Miami-Dade. We got Lee County and Fort Myers. And Lee County is getting their thing together. They have their school soon. So we got a lot of locations out there. There's no reason why you can't dwell with the brother and sisterhood, because today is the Sabbath day. This is a day of feast and gathering together and dwelling together. Everybody understand that? All right. And those of you who are worrying about the coronavirus and all these other different things going on, then, you know, we'll have masks and everything provided for you when you come. So that way, you know, you feel like you want to cover up like a mummy. It's fine with me. It doesn't matter. You know, as long as we dwell together in brotherhood and sisterhood. Con? Con. All right. With that being said, Shabbat Shalom to the nation of Israel. All right. To everyone in this room, Shabbat Shalom. All right. Shalom, Israel.